Alright, I guess let's get started like this and see how well this all works. 'Cause this is first stream on this computer, so we'll see if this is all good and everything goes well. Looking good and everything. It looks like it's going well on that, so I mean, this computer's a bit better than my old one, so I don't need to worry too much about like the CPU getting overloaded or something crazy like that. But I do want to make sure it's all going well. So what I will do is first tell Twitter because, all right, guys, I'm gonna do the reaction. I'm gonna live on Twitch. Okay, so I'll do that first. Maybe I'll tell YouTube later. Should I tell YouTube now? Brad the 200, we are back. Yes, first time chat. Will you record this for YouTube? That is the plan. So, okay, I mean, I'll wait for some more people before I give a proper introduction. But the idea is that I am going to record this for YouTube. Basically, the long story short is that the way I used to do reactions, I kind of did them like that because I didn't know that OBS was, well, no, first it was because I didn't know OBS was a thing that existed, and second of all, even when after I got OBS, I have a Mac and it made splitting audio from your computer and from your microphone kind of quite difficult. Like even now, I'm still not I still not exactly sure how you do it. Like I kind of have to like fiddle a lot with the settings and stuff. So it made doing things like this a bit more difficult. So what I would actually used to do for reactions is I would literally just download the computer. Uh, Gabe asked, what time is it there? It's 9:52 a.m. So I mean, it's technically, you know what? It's technically on a Monday, on a work day, but don't tell anybody. It's fine. I'll work some more hours afterwards. It's fine. DBZA comes first. It doesn't actually, but also this is just better time for people anywhere else in the world. So, anyway, yeah. So I was saying, basically the way I used to do reactions is I would literally just download the YouTube video as like an MP4 and then play it and on my computer, and then I would manually take the MP4 and then put it into the into the editing software afterwards, and basically just try to make sure it was synced up. I kind of had to sync it up essentially by myself by guessing, and that was also sometimes the reasons why I would like sort of read the like disclaimer at the start, because it would often be that way I knew, you know, what time everything was. And okay, I think my mic's peaking a little bit, so maybe I'll turn down the audio a little bit from there, turn down desktop audio a little bit as well, and hopefully that'll all work. Was it because YouTube wouldn't stream properly while streaming? No, like I said, the problem is because I had a MacBook, and with MacBooks, it's hard to split desktop audio and microphone audio. It's hard to make them separate tracks. Like I found some solution, but even then it wasn't really ideal. So on a PC, it's a lot easier to do it with OBS. Like, yeah, you can have OBS on Mac as well, but like you need to have something else, a separate thing that downloads it that like splits audio into separate channels and stuff. And so yeah, it was all kind of complicated, and basically that's why I did the way I did it. So even if I even thought about doing them live, which I hadn't really thought about at that point, I kind of didn't have the right technology with me to be able to do it that way. But I think I prefer it this way because basically, you know, it gives me more opportunities to just sort of stop and start the video if I want, and I don't have to get worried about like, oh, what happens if I get interrupted or something. And the other reason about doing it as well on Twitch first um, is because it means that potentially, oh, that is a good question. So I need to start recording this as well, probably, right? Hang on, because yeah. So I'll start recording as well. That okay, that works. I think hopefully that'll all work, because that was the issue that I didn't know that you could stream and record at the same time and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, the advantage of doing this on Twitch first is that, then I can essentially make it a highlight reel onto YouTube. So I don't have to be absolutely petrified while I'm recording on YouTube, while I'm recording on Twitch, while I'm recording this reaction, that something might show up and interrupt me. Because, like, when I was younger and did these old reactions, that was like my fear. I was like, oh no, if something interrupts me in the middle of a reaction, it won't feel as authentic. It'll be like I'm not going to be as into it because I'll suddenly get distracted. And like I was scared of that, but now when I have the ability here that on Twitch I can do this sort of raw, unfiltered sort of version of like my actual reaction, and then on YouTube I can make it a bit nicer. So if there's potentially any weird interruptions, which isn't going to happen today, hopefully. But it might, somebody might call me, somebody, there could be a knock on the door, anything could theoretically happen. So I won't have to worry about that because I can take that out for the YouTube version, and the YouTube version more people are going to watch. Speaking of which, I will have to post this on YouTube. Also, hello, Risu. I was going to ask you to myself to react to this. Of course I was going to react. Like, yeah, of course I was going to react to it. This is like actual DBZA now. This isn't even just random things. This isn't just like random things. This is like actual DBZA, the Buu Saga, essentially. And Jameis says, well, Pix, I'm so happy. Abridged is back, and how are you? I'm doing good. I was just thinking that, since it's been such a long time since I've reacted to DBZA, it's almost like oh, kind of a throwback sort of thinking, oh, how much have I changed in the last years over the last time I've been doing DBZA reactions? Because obviously, sorry if I accidentally tapped the mic there. Because, oh yeah, obviously we've probably changed quite a lot, and I feel like I've probably gone a lot more, kind of a lot more chill since last time. That so since back when I used to watch DBZA, it was like my life. I cared so much about it. Now I'm obviously a bit more subdued, which maybe my reactions won't be as cool as they were a few years ago. But we've all changed for a few years since we were a few years ago anyway, so that shouldn't affect things too much. Crump to Zero says this is the best we're gonna get as far as the Buu Saga. I know the consensus of the TFS is they're none too fond of doing it. Yeah, exactly. So this is essentially their DBZA Buu Saga, and so it's cool. And obviously, it's like, oh yeah, then of course I'm going to want to watch that and actually see what they did. I mean, I know there's some jokes about like Super. I know there's a Super Saiyan 3 thing where Moscow is screaming for like 5 minutes or something. I don't know why he did that. I guess they just wanted to. So it's well, we'll see what there's a GT joke somewhere in there, but that's about all I really know about them. But to be fair, I'm just going to what I actually wanted to do is I actually wanted to watch FI Hiffle. I wanted to watch a bit of Hiffle because I actually haven't watched any of the Hiffle episodes because I was like, oh, this looks like it's almost in the same style of DBZA, so I wanted to react to them. I don't want to just watch them for myself, and I just kept putting that off. And then it was like, oh, a few months passes now that Hiffle. Oh, whoops, I forgot about that. I guess I was sort of, you know, part procrastination, part I wanted to have a good setup, and part also I want to tell. Let me tell YouTube my live, no, not live, whatever it's called, community post, create post. Hi guys, let me make this okay. Hi guys, I am reacting to the new DBZA and old DBZA stuff live on Twitch. For those who miss it, I will probably upload highlight reel in the vein of my own old reactions on YouTube. But if anyone wants to join me right now, go right ahead. Okay, I think that will work. Oh, huh, why is it not, Weird. Uh, Let me edit that. Can I edit it? Where did it go? I don't know where it went. Uh, Hang on. Let me go back to. Sorry, I'm just. Okay. So if I. Okay. Does that link go to my channel? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Great. So I just want to make sure that people aren't missing out, yada, 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 yada. Uh, Rob says, well, I didn't expect this. Outside is not fun today. It's by that. Hello? Hello. Volpix, are there any other social medias you can follow on besides YouTube? Yeah, I mean, I'm on Twitter, aka X. I mean, I also have a Discord server as well that I made that I have invite link to that on pinned on my Twitter. But yeah, Twitter/X. I'm calling it. Listen, I'm only gonna call it X when the heat death of the universe happens. It's still Twitter to me. But yeah, it's got a Discord server as well. But that's basically the three I'm already on: YouTube, Twitter, Discord. I mean, I also have a Tumblr, but no one cares. Tumblr is just like my random rant stuff. Like random rambling about fucking just media or whatever. Anyway, but so that's basically it for the most part. So, um, I guess that's kind of everything. As I've sort of said why I'm doing this now here, like this. I, that's basically it. Kind of give an explanation where I've been. I've been everywhere. I mean, you know, the whatnot. So I think tell you what, I think I'm gonna tell you what, I'll probably try watch the first episode of Hiffle, partially also just for a stream test because I honestly don't know how streamers do it where they have like their, they can test their own audio. I don't think they can really. They just have to watch somebody else. They have to ask everybody else if the audio is all okay. So I won't have the chat open while I'm watching, partially just because I want to, and also partially just because, like, you don't want, like, people. But I don't know what people. I don't know what it's like. What's the etiquette is like for when people are watching reactions on Twitch, if they actually just go around and do things like spoil people in the chat at the same time, or just be jerks like that. But I'm not sure. Okay, so oh yeah, and there was Machine Bridge as well, but I think I actually okay because they've done all right because they've done a lot. The Magic Time Wizards, I actually watched that. I watched the first two episodes of that. I thought that was cool. But obviously there's a lot of stuff I have not watched. Or did I watch? I can't remember if I watched. No, I don't think I watched this. Why is the Super Manga a 2 hour long podcast? Who was talking about that? I don't know. There you go. Like, I really have not watched a lot of TFS stuff. Even though, like I said, I've always been meaning to, but it was just oh, I want to wait for a reaction and I want to do something like that. So let me just do it like that. They haven't done that much this year, but like, fair enough. Like, they've got other stuff to do, and I wonder whether, I mean, I guess I got Patreon and stuff. It almost sounds like it might be a bit difficult for them to do. Like, keep up keep up the internet content trade money to pay all their employees and stuff. But I hope they're all doing okay. I mean, it's been, it's been a while for me. So, oh yeah, DragonShortZ. I forgot. I don't even remember what those are. So, like, okay, all right. Let me I'm actually just going through all of these and wondering. Okay, all right. Okay, no, that's a metal version. All right. Let's see. What's the last thing I watched that was properly TFS related? What? DBZA behind the scenes Saiyan Saga. Why is it a Mark thumbnail? I'm confused. Wait, what? Hang on. Yeah, that's why is so Mark did. I didn't even really talk about the Mark thing. Um. So okay, God, like I said, it's been so long. It's almost so hard for me to even remember all these things. But would it be in the playlist? I mean, I could just do the playlist. Let me just. Okay, playlists. So we've got TFS parodies, TFS originals, video essays, unabridged. Wow. Okay, so what's these Dragon Shorts? Let's try and watch one of these ones because yeah, I definitely have not watched these. I actually have not watched these, even though I know what they are. I know they are a thing, but I have not watched them. All right, so let's watch the first Dragon Shorts and see what this is. That was 3 years ago. I maybe I'm a bit late to this, but people will just ask you, hey, when you're reacting to these things, and I just had other priorities in my mind, I guess.
Shut up.
Okay, that's the other reason. The other reason why I want to do these highlights on Twitch is because there might be ads, and the ads might accidentally dox me. Like last time, I had like a thing and it had an ad, and it was like for like my state government representative, and now it's because it was an election cycle. And I'm like, please do not tell people what state electorate I live in. So I can cut these bits out.
And take my money.
Okay, that's loud. Stop. See, I don't have YouTube Premium or whatever. I don't have YouTube Premium or whatever. I'm gonna see the ads, but in a way, it makes me feel better. So it's like it's like I'm not really pirating the video. I am actually watching it even with ads intended. So yeah, let's watch. Tell you what, let's get just use a VPN and fool people into thinking you live elsewhere. See, I'm not that smooth brained. Also, like, yeah, I haven't even used. I'm not enough of a big brained YouTuber to be sponsored by NordVPN or whatever it is. So, um, I'm just I, yeah, but basically, I'll take out anything that's like any annoying intrusive ads and stuff, and then we can just probably start it on to yeah, maybe this will be the start of things that I'm uploading onto YouTube. So, hello YouTube. I forgot about the DragonShortZ, which started 3 years ago. Uh, I haven't watched these either. So let's get started from these and see how it all goes. And everyone in the chat, make sure that my audio and everything is all good.
Listen, it was your idea to
Oh, closed captions are on. Huh, interesting.
leave me in charge while you're off on your little business trip, so just let me handle it. Woman, I've been conquering literal worlds since I was 10. How hard is it to look after a single infant? Yes, I know all the emergency numbers, but I'm pretty sure I can get him to a hospital fast.
Wanted Talpipe, interesting. Emergency. Does that say something? Bulma to Vegeta. Scribble, 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 scribble. Okay. Animation's a bit weird, but I guess I don't even know who animated this, but it's like, who cares?
Than an ambulance. What do you mean you called his uncle? You don't have a brother.
Oh, right. Of course, yes. Oh shit, that's cool. I like that music.
Oh my god, he's so...
That's cool. That's very cool. Is everything going alright? Yeah, okay. Looks like everything's okay. Let's get going.
tiny. I remember when you were this tiny. God, I could punch you so far. You mean could've? But where's his tail? The woman apparently had it removed at birth. And you didn't stop her? I wasn't there! You are a bad dad and a terrible partner. I will kill you again. But don't worry, Unky Nappa's here to help.
Unky
Tip
Nappa.
#1. Whatever you do, don't shake the baby. What? Don't grab him under the arms and shake the shit out of him while screaming, "You're weak and worthless and you'll never be king!" Why would I? Trust me, it'll give him a complex. Tip #2, don't force feed him coffee. It'll stunt his growth. These tips are oddly specific. Kid's flying out the window. He ate it himself. Maybe shake him a little. What's he? Stop! Stop! Stop!
Well, I wonder who's doing Baby Trunks. It's probably Corinne, isn't it? Is it in the... Yeah, it's Corinne. I'm too fucking good at this. Like, wait, baby. But also, I think she probably did Baby Trunks and other things. That's probably why I remember. Anyway, that is a interesting Vegeta face, but...
Stop this right now! You should yell louder. Stop! He outscreamed me. Nobody outscreams Vegeta! Silver medal once again. Oh god, make matters worse, he just smells awful. Vegeta, you gotta change him. Into what? We already established he has no tail. What do you think that diaper is for? Oh. Shit. That's the idea.
Exactly. It's shit.
Okay, now be careful. Babies are known to pee during changing. I thought he already went, that's why we... Whatever, let's just get this over.
Interesting.
Hey, look, Vegeta! He's got your stream!
Was that tracing? I mean, not tracing as in the bad way. It's like a like that just looks like a like I think that just looks like the scene from after Vegeta gets beaten with the Kamehameha and the beam struggle. It looks like that scene. Also looks like Fighters music.
Look, Vegeta! He's got your stream! What are they feeding you? And that's how Christmas was known throughout the galaxy as Frieza
Day.
The
Wait.
galaxy as
Is that Pink Frieza from the Broly movie? I think it is. See, this is okay. This is cool. So I wouldn't be stopping and going back for things if I was doing this like in any other way. But now I can because hey, I can stop and be the most comprehensive reaction possible, which I'm probably not going to because it's been so long since I watched DBZA that I've probably forgotten a lot of the jokes. But you know,
Frieza Day. The end. Oh my god, it's finally over. It's only scary the first time because you don't know what you're doing, right? Just go easy on yourself. Huh. You know, when he's sleeping, for some reason, all I want to do is kill anything that might touch him. Aw, guess who's a big ol' softy after all, huh? You say? Just saying, Mr. Destroyer of Worlds. Got a baby boy, a nice big house, and a sugar mama that gave you both. I am going to break off both of your legs and then literally kick what's left of your ass with them. All right, I'll get out of your hair. Good night, Trunks.
good night, Princess Trunks.
Good night, my son. This going on my Spacegram. God damn it, Nappa! Get back here! Hashtag Daddy's little boy! Delete that!
Great. So this okay. Man, yep, it's been so long. Spacegram. Oh my god, what's space talk? Is there gonna be space talk in a few years? This is how you know the times have changed. We did MySpace, we had Facebook, and now we've got Spacegram. And every other social media.
Not right now! Hashtag Papa Veggie! Hashtag Gallic Gun! Whoa boy! And post. Fire! Oh god damn it. Hashtag you missed.
That's nice. Hey, what's the song? Ah, Romantic Get-Ya. That's okay. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Okay, I'm like, all right. What's the credits here? Now, obviously, Vegeta and Nappa, and other usuals in Korean is Baby Trunks. Storyboard by Chris Ito and Stefan. Okay, animation by Baranga Motion. Okay, post. What do you mean post? Oh, it's in like post production by Stefan. SFX and editing by Scott. Of course he did the even when it's being like a 3D CGI animation, Kaiser just cannot stop himself. Script by all of them. Thumbnail art by Brachysword. Okay, they actually were using fighters assets. That's really funny. And special thanks to whoa. Okay, that's actually not that many. I was like, oh, there's a patron sign up. There's gonna be so many patrons, but actually, it's not. I'm not signed up for the Team 4-star Patreon, which you'd think would like, oh, that's sad. Why would you do that? But I guess it's just not really anything. So, how's the reaction, everyone? Let's see. Okay, yep. They would eventually go to have Devil Artemis help with making Hiffle, so the animation gets more decent. Okay, so he wasn't working on this one though. Grinzoid and Vegeta having only one eye shape makes it weird whenever they try to make him emote anything. Yeah, true. That still reminds me of something. Yeah, oh yeah, the outlines. Spacegram. Space Hulu. Okay, was there Space Hulu? Everything's working fine. Great. It was fun and sweet. Great. Great. Okay. Alright, that sounds good. So, I guess let's yeah, it's interesting. Like me, it's almost like I'm almost as interested in the behind the scenes production stuff about this than the actual jokes because I mean they're just shorts and look at that. So there's only 6 episodes of them, so and they're all pretty short. So I guess let's just get started on the next one because looks like we've got some Gohan there and like that looks like Raditz, but I'm like, why would that be Raditz? So I have no idea what the context of this is. Let's see. Ad breaks to begin with. Do you guys want pizza?
My memories are.
See, I did actually I opened this on incognito window so it won't like find my internet search history and use that against me for ads or whatever. So not that I have anything to hide, but I don't want them knowing everything about me. So let's do DragonShortZ episode 2. I really like this jazz remix. I think it's very cool. Oh yeah, it is going to actually be.
Okay, some warm water, a bunch of clean towels.
Yeah. So, because it's interesting because like I was thinking that it was the case, and it is that essentially this is almost like their Dragon Ball Z abridged the 7-year time gap. What happened during that time? And then so when they get to when they start doing the Buu Bits, it's like I'm glad I'm watching these because I'm sure that this stuff is all essentially part of the DBZA canon, right? Of like what happened in the time skip between season 3 and season 4. So what are these? Okay, what are these pictures in the background? Is Goku, but is he holding like a Gohan or is that just Goku? And this one's a weird one. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't ask too much. Also, this is going to be a birthing scene. Fun.
Piccolo's on his way for the senzu beans. I tried calling some other people, but nobody's picking up because it's. Oh, thank goodness. I'll be right back.
Oh, Moscow's Gohan.
All right, here you go, Gohan.
You're a lifesaver, Mr. Piccolo. I looked up a bunch of YouTube videos on this and I learned nothing.
Honestly, I just wanted to see this for myself.
Oh no.
I mean, what do you even sit on for the? What the hell is that?
That's a vagina, Mr. Piccolo.
Okay, Gohan, do not say. Okay. I mean, it makes sense that he would say it like that, but I am very interested to see what Gohan is going to be like in high school with that kind of attitude.
Preparing an attack. Get behind me.
That's my brother.
Also, why is the senzu bean placed like that?
Head.
Super Kami Dende. I can't do this.
What?
I can't do this. I cannot do this.
How can you not handle this? You died for me.
And I will again.
You coward.
God, poor Gohan. It's like, you don't think that, it's Dragon Ball, everyone gets through this stuff normally, but then if you think about from Gohan's perspective, he has no support system for this. Good thing this is fiction.
Oh gosh, I'm here, Mom. Don't worry, I promise oh my lord, how is there this much hair? Why is it already so spiky?
That's
Hey guys,
the...
I heard you needed some help. I was nearby and...
Hi, Yamcha.
Okay, well, Fang, bye.
Hi, Yamcha.
Stop, send away the help.
I didn't.
Gohan, I got your voicemail. Congratulations! Where's the little miracle? Oh, no, you meant she's still. Oh, wow.
All right, where's Kakarot's second spot? Oh, good lord, what the hell is it doing? Why is it so spiky? Why is it covered in jelly?
That's placenta, you idiot. Don't you remember when I had... Wait.
You weren't there, no.
Because you weren't there!
Yeah, because I was training in space.
Oh my god, you are a...
Do we have, like, space hospitals? The moment I said that, I remembered the episode from Dragon Ball GT. And, I mean, Chi-Chi can just go to a regular hospital, but come on, guys. Heck, they go to a hospital in the Saiyan Saga. Why can't they go to the hospital now? Send Chi-Chi to the hospital. Hashtag hospitals do exist.
Bad father and a terrible partner.
Why does everybody keep saying that?
Both of you, shut up! I can see the shoulders.
Gohan's like, for God's sake, did you not, like... I can imagine it being this situation, being like, oh no, we cannot get Gohan pissed off. Remember what happened last time he got pissed off? He went into full-on, like, Hunter x Hunter edgy rage mode and murdered somebody, and then, oh my god, Goku murdered. They're probably not going to do that joke here. I hope they do that joke in the Buu Saga, because it's a funny joke when you do it for comedy.
It's there. Just push, push, push. Maybe not that hard.
Everybody down!
So, who launched that? Baby Goten or something? I guess so. I think that's Goten. Yeah.
My sweet little Christmas angel.
I'm pretty sure that's not how babies work. But you know what? It's fiction.
Goten.
Wow, he looks like a little dad.
Why didn't I look like a little dad?
Huh. He does look like a little me.
Aww. That's cute. Did this come out on Christmas or something with the, like, jingle bells sort of sounds? It doesn't say. Yeah, December 26th. Yep, this was a Christmas present. Christmas present. That's very sweet. Kind of, like, expected. Why is Yamcha staring out there at the window? Yamcha, do not be making that face. Oh my god. This is funnier than her going to an actual hospital. That's true. It's real of funny. Yeah, and even in Pan Vegeta, the idea of natural birth is like they've got machines and stuff, and yeah. Feet. That's a good point. The feet Kamehameha. That's a good point. Goten could have that would but no, because if Goten did, you know what? It depends what direction the baby is facing. Because that actually can make a difference. The baby can face different directions during childbirth. I've never been around during a childbirth, so I cannot tell you these things from any sort of personal experience. But, you know, the baby can be in different directions when it comes out. So if the baby's feet were facing towards the... Okay. Because if the baby's feet were facing towards the mother, and then they did the Kamehameha out of the feet, well, it would probably actually obliterate Chi-Chi. So maybe that didn't happen. But that would be the only way that, like, the gravity would send him flying forward, right? I am thinking about this way too hard. But, you know what? I think it's a good... I think this is the reasonable question to ask, Kaiser. And everybody else. Chi-Chi is stronger than she looks. That is true. I forgot if they did do the episode where, like, she went Kaioken in the Garlic Jr. thing. I think... Did they make a joke about that? Now I don't remember, so... but okay. See, this is what I mean. This is like the canon, right? So we've got some stuff of Vegeta doing father stuff. We've got Goten being born, because Goten has to exist by season 4, because he's a character. So we have to explain that, and let's make a short out of it. I think this was a very clever way of doing it. But what is this? This is Ox King. Oh. I will actually say Ox King stuff. This is not going into the YouTube video probably, but the Ox King stuff is kind of awkward because Chris Neosi, if he's still doing Ox King, that's a bit awkward because he's just kind of a Chris Neosi's kind of a bit of a he's kind of an emotional abuser. He's been accused of a lot of stuff like that, so he's not. He hasn't really. I don't know. Chris Neosi got cancelled. Whatever. It wasn't nearly as bad as the drama that happened on Twitter recently, but that was some person who didn't even work with Team 4-Star, so I don't even know the story about that. Drama stuff, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the hell this is, because I've got no idea. Okay, so we've had Domino's, we've had KFC ads. I like I said, this is incognito, so that it has none of my internet history to do anything from. But so let's see what we've got.
Shut up and take my money.
Okay, all right. So all right. Anyway, so let's do. Wait, hang on. Oh, this is okay. This is just the deleted scene for episode 2. This isn't even episode 3. All right. And then there's an ad inside. It's fine. We can do this. I don't know if they still have this on sale because this was 3 years ago, but.
And that's it. There you go. Won't wake up to a giant monkey in the middle of the night now.
Good idea.
Do anything about the crying though.
Thanks,
I mean, unless it grows back, but just don't think about it. Don't think about it too hard. Okay, like, yeah, sure, Gohan got his tail removed. Gohan is born with his tail. He got his tail removed. Then it conveniently grew back during the Saiyan arc, during the fight with Vegeta. Just don't think about it. We can take it off now and it won't come back. We swear. There's no consistency at all about this, but I just like to think about it. Just Gohan's is just the weird one. Gohan's just the weird one. For some reason, none of the other Saiyan children act like that, but Gohan's just weird.
Mr. Piccolo?
This actually was less of a fuss than when I had Trunks. My father demanded he be the one to deliver the baby. Wait, hold on. Where's your father?
Oh, Grandpa Ox? Well, he's out of town right now on his bear cruise.
As in... Well, that is some way of explaining it, but... Is that supposed to be, like, the bear from the first episode? You know, the pirate bear? Or is this something else? I do not remember this joke. I don't remember this joke about Ox King being a... Is he a furry? Or is this like, oh no, he's just... Why am I thinking about this? Gabby, why are you thinking about this? Okay, interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, bear refers to that Ox King style body type? Interesting. I guess so. Layer joke. Interesting. Oh, okay. So that's alright. Okay. So that when they're saying that, it means okay. Okay. It's some kind of phrase that I don't understand. Thanks for explaining this. Interesting. Fucking being like, see, if I was no, I mean, I can joke about it. Fucking Kaiser with his furry propaganda, isn't that right? No wonder he liked Dragon Ball, right? It had loads of furries at the beginning. All right, episode 3, Android dating.
Wondering what's for dinner tonight?
All right,
Metro
Woolworths.
is solving your dinner dilemma with our new 30-minute.
This short is.
Huh. Interesting. This one was sponsored. Wait, is that? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So this episode, yep. So this one is actually sponsored by Bleach. The Bleach gacha. Interesting.
This short is brought to you by Bleach, Immortal Soul.
You know what?
Kid.
I'll let the ad
You like
read.
anime? Yeah,
And
doesn't matter.
and
You need to
hi,
play Bleach,
Kieran.
Immortal Soul.
I saw Kieran's
Immortal Soul
live
is the
right
new
now as well,
official
but
Bleach mobile game. It has character voices from the anime. All the voices that you remember, they're all here. You can revisit all the classic arcs of Bleach with a blend of action and story. You can unlock and level up all your favorite Bleach characters. Let's do a summon. Who is it? I'm Bleachy Go. If you just want to go through the story, there's an auto battle option and an auto walk around option for you. But if you want to get in on the action, there's QTE based gameplay.
I'll be honest,
Your skill
the
matters.
graphics don't
Support
look
the channel by
very
downloading
good.
Bleach Immortal Soul and use the code RXL8 Q4C9 for a free kickoff prize. You get 5k gold, 2 gacha tokens, and 50 soul jades. So check out Bleach Immortal Soul to help us out. Thanks, Bleachy-Go.
Now, the real funny thing would be is if this game has been discontinued, but I actually don't think it has, because I think I've heard things about it. So,
Bunkai.
whoa, sorry, accidental full screen. Actually, I haven't actually checked. What is the? Oh no, yeah, no, it's fine. I can see. I'm not taking up any part of the screen, so it's good to do it like this. L'anus.
Oh,
Okay, I don't know French. I know that says l'anus though. So
I won't lie. This is the first time I've ever gone on a date with someone after banging them.
Well, last time I went on a date, I definitely got screwed afterwards.
yeah.
Sounds
To be fair, Krillin, you did do life insurance fraud.
rough.
If I've learned anything in life, it's that you take the good with the bad. I'm just glad I could take you out tonight. You wouldn't believe it, but I've actually had this reservation for a while.
Place seems pretty upscale. Don't tell me. $4 signs on Yelp?
Yep, and I budgeted for the menu. I have exactly enough for 2 drinks, 2 entrees, and either an appetizer or dessert.
Hey, don't sweat your bank account, man. I'm mad liquid.
Seriously?
No. When Jiro kidnapped me, I had 1,600 zenny, a joint, and a Spencer's gift card in my wallet.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Was that oversharing?
No, I'm just sorry that happened to you.
Hey, if it never did, I wouldn't have met you.
Aww.
Also, I wouldn't be able to bench press a literal building, so...
Also,
good with
yes.
that.
Yeah.
Evening.
Take-
I'm Samuel, and I'll be your servant.
Take the good with the bad, exactly. nice. They're good with their tight scripts. I like it.
For tonight, here's the drink menu, and let me start you off with some water, sparkling or still.
I'll take sparkling.
Ooh, sparkling. I'll take
Wonderful. I'll be back soon. In the meantime, definitely take a look at those appetizers.
Ah.
I suggest the clams. They go down smooth.
I was never into clams myself.
You definitely don't seem like a shellfish guy.
Ha 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 ha.
Fun?
No, you're right. You do look like a shrimp.
Oh my god.
Sorry, but it was right there.
Honestly, I was not expecting this sense of humor.
Why? Because I'm a half robot?
No, because you're a skinny blonde.
Oh, damn!
Oh,
Aw, this is
yeah,
cute. It's like
Terminator
this is like legitimate chemistry. I like it. It's cute.
definitely played a part.
Well then, how about when we get back to the house, I'll make you my Sarah Connor.
That is, oddly arousing.
I thought about saying John Connor, but...
Yeah, no.
Right? Yeah.
Hey there. Have we had a chance to look at the menu?
Oh, actually, maybe we should do dessert over apps, because this white chocolate souffle sounds amazing.
You know, we actually have a special today. Tornado Rossini on dried fruit brioche with Madeira wine sauce and my number.
And honestly, we already have white chocolate, and it's called vanilla. Something happening?
Wait, Roshi, what the hell are you doing? Okay, this is the other good thing about doing these, actually being able to pause and go back, because I want to hear what Krillin was saying now. But also, Roshi, what the hell are you doing? That's not even the Jackie Chun wig. It's a different color. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, actually, maybe we should do dessert over apps, because this white chocolate souffle sounds amazing.
You know, we actually have a special today. Tornado Rossini on dried fruit brioche with Madeira wine sauce and my number.
And honestly, we already have white chocolate, and it's called vanilla.
I mean, okay, so Krillin was just ranting about white chocolate. Fair enough. But also, I like white chocolate. Like, who eats chocolate for the health benefits? You eat it because it's nice and sweet and whatever. And vanilla is very different to white chocolate. Like, I mean, you know the story about like how vanilla is like actually, or at least like the actual vanilla bean is like actually super difficult to do, and it's like it takes like 10. It's like it's only like the flower only blooms for like 1 day a year, and if you miss that chance, like you don't get any vanilla. It's crazy.
Something happening?
Just a sec. So, you serious?
Dead serious. I get off at 10, and then I can get you off at 10:30.
What is he?
All right, Sammy. 3 things. First, you wouldn't make it past 10:05. Second, you wouldn't live past 10:06.
Yay.
We're still waiting on our waters. So if you value your job and or life, you're gonna take this knife, cut the bullshit, and get us our goddamn Pellegrino.
Holy shit! Okay, fine. Could have just said no. God, don't need to be a monster bitch about it.
Excuse you? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to apologize for what you just said.
Or what, midget? You gonna headbutt me in my
Yeah.
junk?
Apologize.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I mean,
Please
it's
hurt me.
a bit weird for Krillin to do this, but he could theoretically. Yada yada yada. He is like the strongest human. Yada yada yada.
Oh, for the table.
And here's your 20%, dickhead.
This is expired.
I am so sorry for that.
Don't apologize for him, or at all. That was amazing.
I'm good on that. You know, there's a burger place not even a mile away from here. Cheap, friendly.
Christ on a sesame bun. I could go full Terminator on a cheeseburger right now. Let's do it.
Oh, wait, crap. I just gave all my money away for that table.
Don't worry. My treat.
So, do you need food to survive, or?
Technically, no. But, I mean, would you call life without burgers living?
No, Lazuli. I would not.
Wait, how do you know my real name?
Oh my god, did I not tell you about the time I killed Cell?
Wait, I thought that was Goku's kid.
Yeah, but also, you're gonna love this, by the way. So me and Trunks, future guy, so we go searching for Jiro's sub-lab.
Oh yeah, right. For a second, I forgot that the Krillin knew that as well. Actually, right. So, because because Trunks did mention like, oh, that's their real names, and he's like, oh, huh, interesting. Back when he aborted Cell, right?
Of course that creep had a sub-lab.
Of course they have a sub-lab. Okay, that was a cool one. Like, I'll be honest, the trope of like, Krillin going around and doing a big badass, like, I'm so cool, I'm gonna flip a table and like threaten to beat a guy up because unless you apologize to my wife, feels a bit like, I don't know. Like, something about that trope is a bit like I guess sort of wish fulfillment power fantasy that at the very least it's not a wish fulfillment power fantasy that like a 12-year-old boy wants. It's a wish fulfillment power fantasy that like a 25-year-old man wants. But whatever. I mean, obviously they're enjoying themselves writing that, so that's cool. Oh, okay, yeah, closed asshole, probably going for tight ass. Okay, tight ass, that's clever. That's a very clever thing. Yeah. You think Master Roshi is his real name? That's true, because he's probably making up real names to get off the sex offenders list. Hello, hope you are well, Trapmaster. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. The power fantasy of defending your 100 times stronger girlfriend. That's also, I mean, that's true, but like also, you know, the whole like, I'm going to like fucking destroy the table because I'm also super strong is still very much that power fantasy as well. So, nah, but that's like, I like that it's a, you know, they actually try to do like legitimate chemistry with them. Like, oh yeah, you know, they actually have things to talk about and they're actually interested in each other. Like, actual romance writing. It's cute. Like, I don't even think I really have a chance to do that. Any other well, not really any other romance because they're obviously all the other ones are so unconventional. It's like the idea that Krillin and 18 are like relatively normal, at least by comparison to the Saiyans. So it's like they just do an actual casual flirting scene. That's nice. Like, it's a bit tropey, but it was nice. Anyway, next episode is Yamcha, so that's good. I'm looking at episode 5 and I'm just like oh geez, yeah, fight me. Oh god, poor Gohan. Like, you just think of it. Back when I was, really in my big DBZ phase, I was always just wondering what it'd be like in the time skip where it's just like Goku's dead, but also like Gohan's like the strongest being alive, and also he is a child, and like, how is everyone supposed to react to that? I guess that everyone's just too busy living their own lives to really think about the implications of the fact that like he's still, he's like this adorably precocious child, but he's also the strongest thing in the universe. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's watch the Yamcha episode next.
We noticed that people weren't using a sensitivity toothpaste because they're worried about compromising on other.
If anybody is actually thinking, oh, like, if anybody manages to guess the ads to what the ad's gonna be, I mean, good luck. But let's actually watch episode 4 now. Yamcha jokes. I do wonder what they're gonna do with Yamcha, because Yamcha is Yamcha. This was, 3 years ago. I don't know if this was before or after the baseball episode. Oh, no, wait, Dragon Ball Super ended like 5 years ago, right? Fucking hell. Of course it was after the baseball episode, so let's see what happens. I mean, I like the storyboarding, but this is a very strange art style.
And there you have it, folks. Another home run from the baseball bandit Yamcha, marking his 500th consecutive home run. And the crowd goes.
It's interesting. I actually don't think I've ever watched the Yamcha baseball episode, like the one in Z. I know that it was like a Toriyama suggestion of being like, hey, we need ideas for filler, and he's like, oh, what about Yamcha's become a baseball star in the meantime? But I actually don't know if it, kind of ends up with him just like being screwed out of life again.
Out of the stadium.
Woo! How's it, guys? Another trophy for the case.
Kaiser with his
You see me out there?
Kaiser with his furry propaganda again. Of course, it's not always Kaiser, but it's a fun joke.
Yeah, I did.
Bet those legs are tired from running home so much, huh, Dave?
I'm tired, all right.
Didn't even break his.
I'm pretty sure Kaiser's just voicing both of them. It's just this furry propaganda. It's not actually, but he's enjoying this.
Sweat out there. Might just skip the showers and go straight to the bar.
Yo, Yamcha, Coach wants to talk with you on the way out. Owner's with him.
The owner? Oh man, maybe they want to renegotiate my contract. Or maybe I'm being inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Or maybe I'm...
Fired.
Do you mean I'm on fire?
No. He means for the first time in your career, you're out, Bandit.
What? No! You can't be serious! Coach, we haven't lost a game since I joined!
And that's the problem, kid. You've ruined the game. You've taken the sport out of the sport. Nobody wants to watch Mr. Satan enter a kid's karate championship.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, but only a psych...
That is a interesting call forward.
psychopath would watch that more than once.
Is this some kind of... I mean, no, because I didn't know they were going to do the Berserker at this point, but if they call back to that, now that would be interesting.
Right?
Point is, nobody's buying tickets. Those bleachers would be emptier than Nicky Town if it weren't for those mooks you gave season passes to.
Where's my beer?
You can't do this.
Now that is a call back to episode 1.
This game, baseball, it's all I've got left. My ex-girlfriend shacked up with an alien prince. Most of my friends are married or busy or have 3 eyes and are total assholes. Without baseball, I'll have nothing.
Yeah, nothing. And 20 billion zenny.
What will I... Huh?
20 billion zenny. League rule says I can't leave you high and dry, and I also can't bar you from accepting sponsorship deals or promotional tie-ins. So, you sign this non-compete, and you'll be set for the rest of your life.
So what's the catch? Cat loves food.
Sorry.
So this is a win.
Kid.
I can't remember. What was the context as to why he had to make that? Now I can't remember.
You do nothing but win.
And so, Yamcha gave his signature and retired from his ambitious and boring sports career.
And?
He then invested in and subsequently purchased the Heat-Up Beverage Corporation, doubling his net worth. He now owns several sports bars under the franchise Wolf Fang Grill, where he lets all his friends eat for free.
I'm back, bitches!
Also Vegeta. Coming up next, an hour retrospective on martial arts champion Jackie Chun. Where did he come from? And after all these years, where has this mysterious and illustrious fighter gone?
I think my ride left. Baby Gamera!
Yes! Yeah! Okay, yeah, that is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm popping off a fucking baby Gamera, but it is the best, like, biggest absurd shit in early Dragon Ball ever. Because, and obviously they never mention it again. Except, you know, they did have him in one episode of Super, not as a plot point. Roshi just shows up on baby Gamera. Okay, I am surprised they gave Yamcha an ending that has good stuff there. And why is Piccolo in Luffy's straw hat? And what is Gohan wearing? Hang on. Gohan, what are you wearing? Is he wearing something? Oh no, that's just Chaozu's hat. Piccolo, why are you in a straw hat? I'm very confused. I like the fighters' chibis. They're very cute. So what do you guys have to say? Actually, can Gohan access Super Saiyan 2 and Will in those years? No, I mean that's a good point. Like well, if you want to do that, you have to get into the did Gohan use Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 against Dabra debate, which I think is still not finished. I think people are still debating that 20 years later. So, you know. The worst part is that this isn't even too unreal. Or the best IRL baseball player did end up out of the sport because he was too good, and also steroids. Interesting. I mean, you know, there's definitely some social commentary to make about like how, you know, if you're gonna have a sport and the sport can only work because like if people are too good, it's like, you know, you can imagine all like the bettors, you know, like the bettors would hate that and like no, it destroys the betting industry if the answer is obvious, right? So. Yes. You can tell by the time the androids showed up, TFS felt bad for Yamcha, lol. Okay, you know what? That is actually a good point. Like after the dark joke in the androids, they're like, you know what? We don't. I think we've gone as far as we can go. We don't need to keep shitting on Yamcha. I'm glad I'm watching these before I watch the Buu Bits, because I'm sure there is a lot of like callback to some of this stuff. I think you would need to get a rage boost for Super Saiyan 2. Like I said, it is a debate that people are still having to this day. So I do wonder if TFS is even going to what their headcanon explanation is on this, because it's going to be interesting, I think. I still don't know why Piccolo's wearing a straw hat, but alright, and then, alright, episode 5, Fight Me. Looks like this is about Gohan, so, you know me! Oh man, the Buu Bits, they can do superhero jokes about superhero in it. I'm so glad they waited. You know what, I am actually very glad they waited, because if they had, if they had done the Buu Saga after like the Broly movie and that was the newest thing, the only thing they'd be talking about is like, oh, Gohan is non-existent, right? You know, because he wasn't in the last movie and they gave no explanation as to where he was. But now he has a movie and Gohan was doing the Gohan thing, so they can actually say, no, Gohan wasn't forgotten about. They just waited a long time until they did a Gohan story where he does the Gohan thing. So anyway, let's go to episode 5.
Looking for a new energy deal? AGL's Energy Bonus gives you up to $200 in credits. That's up to $100 for electricity and $100 for gas over 1 year. Switch to AGL today and join the change.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of delicious Japanese snacks, check out Boksu.
Oh,
Review
Boksu.
of their September box over on our Talkcast pod show about the boys, and if you put in the code Team 4Star 10 at checkout, you can get 10% off your subscription. Thanks, and enjoy the video.
I love it. It's just hashtag Team Forster, hashtag Gohan, hashtag Vegeta. It is a very interesting relationship, I'll be completely honest. Obviously, that was not explored in Superhero, but if you're ever gonna do like, not even, I say like almost like a rare pair, but not like in the shipping way, in the like a, how would those two interact? Because like personalities, they are like the absolute polar opposites. They are more of polar opposites than Goku and Vegeta are, so it's interesting. What is he humming?
Gohan? Vegeta's here, looking for you.
Oh
What?
no.
Vegeta?
I also like that. I mean, I guess that's like they're kind of trying to make Gohan look like I guess it has to look slightly older because at the very least it's going to be like a year since Cell Saga because like Goten's probably born by this point. So I like the intention to detail there. It's like pre-teen Gohan, but like his voice hasn't broken yet, so I actually don't know if Masuko's. No, it's not Masuko. No, I think Masuko's not doing Gohan and Buu Saga, so this is still like before his voice breaks, so we can still do Masuko doing the. I still can't believe Masuko can put on that voice. Actually, it's actually pretty like. You don't get many men who can make their voice like that, so they really struck gold with it. The fact that they could make a male. A dude voice Goku and Gohan and make it sound believable.
Well, tell him we'll be right there.
Fight me!
Vegeta, what are you doing here?
Hang on, sorry, I needed to see. What is that poster? Is that a Toriyama?
Vegeta?
Because that looks like Toriyama art, but it's obviously definitely not Dragon Ball, and it's probably not Dragon Quest either. Is it like for one of his one-shots or something? What kind of deep cut is that? I don't know. And why does he have an All Might pin on his room? Gohan, My Hero Academia didn't exist yet. Is this some kind of weird joke about, like, voice actors or something? I mean, Chris Sabat's All Might, and then Justin Briner is Deku, who was Gohan, adult Gohan. I'm thinking too hard about this.
What are you doing here?
Pretty sure it's obvious. Fight me!
Why are you standing upside down?
No. What? Why? No.
It's been over a year since your idiot father killed
Yeah, okay.
Saved us all.
Killed himself, and I haven't had a decent challenge.
It's interesting that they gave him like the super version of like the blue shirt though, because I'm pretty sure he only wears that in Super. But whatever.
Since. So put down the math book, get your gi on, and
No.
fight me like you mean it.
He's got 2 All Might pins.
Chinese.
What?
The book. I'm learning Chinese.
That's cool.
Are you learning Chinese?
What the hell? Okay. Is that slightly racist? I don't know.
Also, I'm not fighting you.
Bullshit! You have enough power under that hood to destroy the planet 3 times over, and you're just letting it go to waste!
Vegeta, my little brother is sleeping in the next room over, and Mom just put him down. If you're really looking for a fight, keep it up, and she'll give you one.
This isn't over.
Bye, Vegeta.
Like, because I am a Gohan fan and I am biased, I always just think about that from his perspective. Like, what are you supposed to do when you're just trying to be a young teenager and your weird, like, sort of uncle figure keeps wanting to fight to the death with you, although not actually kill you, because his bloodlust is just so big that he just needs it. And you don't have that urge. And it's all very weird, right? Anyway, let's keep going. More. Hang on. Was this okay? Moromat. Was this? Did the arc in Super happen at this point? This isn't 2 years ago. I think it must have, or is it just supposed to be more on Mud? I've got no idea.
Where does Mom mom needs so much Chobani yogurt? What? Vegeta! Chobani yogurt.
I'm sorry. It's like, oh my god. It's like, it's the Red Lion thing. And obviously they did that and brought back in Superhero as well, which some people thought it was too much. I thought it was just kind of like, nobody else cares about this. Anyway.
What? Vegeta!
Fight me!
I'm running errands.
More like running your mouth. How about you run those hands?
My hands are full of sundries.
You're full of excuses. Let's go!
Okay, look. I forgot to get pears. If you go to the store and grab them for me, I'll fight you.
Fine!
I can't believe that worked.
Wait! Pears of what?
Okay, that's actually, like, that's a very basic joke, but it still got me.
Thanks for letting me use your telescope, Dr. Brief. Comet Komori only passes by the Earth every 100... Wait, what's that light? That's not a comet.
That's Vegeta's sound. That's Vegeta's theme from the dub soundtrack. Oh, that's Vegeta. Wait. Yeah. Like, okay, because it's in oh, is that why My Hero Academia season 2 in 8 minutes? Is that why they did put the my pins there? So because like, okay, because like I'm just like, I wonder how this ends, because like, you know, there's two options here. Either Vegeta realizes Gohan is just not going to do it, or he does make Gohan snap and immediately regrets it. And I don't know which option is going to happen. Probably the latter, because that's more dramatic, but I don't know. So let's keep going.
Gotcha that time!
What is your damage?
I haven't taken any damage! That's the problem!
There's got to be someone else you can ask to fight you.
I tried! No.
Why? I'm just reminded because yeah, there's one point like, hey, have you noticed we've never fought before? It's like, hey, why don't we actually do it? No, we're not actually doing it. No, just because we haven't fought before doesn't mean we should.
Not because I don't want to. What? You got something better to do? Nope. You fight me! Hmm? Huh. You think that'd work? Yeah, I guess it'd be pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. Is that actually what it sounds like to everybody else?
Talking. What? Why did you? Vegeta, what are you doing? Who just broke Rule 6? I will remember this, Namekian. Please do.
Yeah, makes sense.
I should make myself a bed.
Now, this was before superheroes. This is before we get the lore that Piccolo has a house. But also, he probably didn't make it until after the Bruce saga anyway. So you can tell where my priorities lie when it comes to things about Dragon Ball I'm interested about. When we're talking about all this, and you see how much I'm just keep pausing the episode to talk about shit.
Well, honestly, I'm honored you thought of me, Vegeta. If you don't go Super Saiyan, who knows? Maybe I'll have a... No, not you, you neurotic imp. You're a woman.
Hey, Vegeta. How are the arms?
They're fine. Never mind. Get out here. You owe me a rematch.
No.
I owe a lot of people a lot of things. Most of them money, one an organ, one a live tiger.
Yeah, your brother keeps calling about that.
Yeah, because the Park Ranger shit is definitely canon at this point. So yeah, live tigers, why not?
And I don't owe you shit. You beat your kid and ignore your wife. And when you're not doing that, you're trying to start fights with people because of your screaming ego. You remind me of my dad, but at least he had the common courtesy to stay dead.
Ooh.
So take your massive inferiority complex the hell off our beach, and maybe I'll fight you again someday when you stop acting like such a massive cunt.
Ooh. Wait, oh yeah, because Vegeta uses that against her. Yeah, and it's great because it's a word for female genitalia, so it's extra demeaning for him. Because it's like, you know, demasculating or whatever.
After that, I looked for Triclops, but he's completely off the grid. So all that's left was... you.
The one who doesn't actually like fighting.
I will obliterate your home.
Okay, jeez, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But I'm still not going to fight you.
Oh, come on, seriously!
I don't like fighting, Vegeta. I only did it because it was literally do or die. And frankly, at this point, I'd be fighting you out of pity.
Ooh.
What you want?
Ooh.
Pity fight?
Ooh. Ouch.
Yeah. Goodbye, Vegeta.
Hey, did you know that they did a Dr. Stone parody? Interesting. Why is... Oh, like, why... you know when you ask yourself a question and you realize that the next second, I was like, why is Vegeta's thing a troll doll? And like, oh, right, the hair.
Not pulling the pin on that grenade.
Interesting. So it didn't... What is that thumbnail? I have a lot to talk about there, because I think it's just a fascinating dynamic, essentially. That's really interesting, because... So, Vegeta doesn't really get what he wants. Oh, right. Yeah. Vegeta doesn't get what he wants. And so then the pressure builds and builds until Majin Vegeta already has a whole midlife crisis, because Goku shows up. Fucking, of course, it's just foreshadowing. Of course it ended like that. Of course you're not going to get a conclusion because his character arc isn't over. His character arc isn't over. There's still places for his character to go. No wonder people were saying, of course they're going to do the Buu saga in some form. That's really fast. Like I said, I think because it's a really interesting story because, you know, this is Dragon Ball. Everybody likes punching each other. And Vegeta is a member of a warrior race and is just used to solving all of his problems with violence and just wants to fight people and fight strong opponents. He can't get that because Gohan's too down to earth and he honestly, genuinely dislikes fighting. Like, you know, to the point that, you know, when he's going Super Saiyan 2 and beating up on Cell, he's like, I basically feel sick, but I hate you more. And that line that Kaiser took from Hunter x Hunter and didn't realize it, neither of us realized it until people in the comments, like, explained it to us. So I think it's really fun. That's definitely my favorite one so far. Also because it's a character study. And it's a character study that's, you know, actually like, kind of canon-ish. Like, it fits what happens to the characters and what the characters are like, and so yeah, that's really cool. Oh, I really cool. So I think that was really cool. Let's see what you guys had to say. Okay, scroll down. Oh, right. Piccolo was wearing the straw hat because he's stretchy. You know what? That's fair enough. Yeah, Vegeta talking about Gohan in general in the Buu arc was interesting. Yeah, honestly, yeah, because he's like, oh, you're wasting your potential. And I mean, like, obviously the way Superhero does it and any later things does it, saying like no, wasting potential is not a thing that actually exists. If a situation occurs that makes Gohan have to use his full potential, he will, because this is fiction. We can do whatever the frick we want, you know? But it is a very interesting thing to think how Vegeta, like, Vegeta is definitely allowed to be totally wrong about these things because, I mean, he always has the wrong ideas about these things. That's why, like, you know, Goku's better at training than he is because Vegeta always has the wrong ideas, which isn't always necessarily true in Super, which is why I dislike things about Vegeta in Super. That's a whole different story. Buu Bits Gohan is definitely not Moscow. Okay, yep. It looks like Sandland. Yeah, the poster kind of looks like Sandland. Poster looks like the GT era. And yeah, they're saying that, yeah, this joke All Might's about was, yep. In Kai Bridge, Gohan said he wished his dad was All Might. Okay, I don't remember that. God, I've only obviously watched that like once or twice, so maybe that's why. Yeah. Amber Lee Connors is a great 18. Oh, definitely. Yeah, so that's definitely my favorite Buu Bit so far, just because, yeah, like, I think that relationship is really interesting. So, you know, I thought that was really interesting. But I will watch the Halloween special, which is only 2 minutes 45 seconds anyway, so it's probably not that much. But and I think from there I probably can probably just go straight on to I kind of just want to go straight onto the Boo Bits. I know I could do Hiffle, but like I think this feels like canonically it like feels like it makes more sense to go onto the Boo Bits. And I mean that's 30 minutes, so that might take a while, but maybe no, I don't want to save that for next time. I when else am I gonna do this? I'm right here. Like I can just do this all in one in one go. So let's do the Halloween special.
Fall in love with Hungry Jack's fried chicken burgers. Crispy, juicy.
God, there's been like three fast food ads so far. But hey, it's better than this than scams, right?
The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
In a way, I'm actually kind of surprised they went back to the Boo Bits thing. Because, I mean, this is... I guess this is more difficult to make, but it's basically DBZA anyway. I guess it's also because these are the things that require footage that you can't just get from the show, because they are adapting things that don't exist in the show. I guess that's the reason.
Trick or treat!
Oh, look at you. You a werewolf?
No, I'm a furry. Hello? No, this is your candy dandy.
Oh my god, for fuck's sake, Kaiser! I'm like, stop, but like, also, no, you make these things. Like, you're allowed to put as many of your fetishes and your actual legitimate interests as you want.
What? Wait, no!
It is I, Dracula, Prince of all Darkness. Now give me candy!
Aw, what a cute vampire costume.
Actually, no, that's not
Cute.
Kaiser.
Woman, you said I was badass and sexy. You told me vampires were badass and sexy.
Oh, who's that? Your mommy?
That is my wife. Why are you staring at me like that?
Dance meadows, clap ahead a hand there. No, please, I'm sorry.
Okay, I have no idea what that means.
Ooh, scary. A mummy.
Actually, no. I was pranked on the way here. I would like to use your bathroom.
Oh,
I'm sure this would make more sense in Hiffle.
Trick or treat.
Aw,
Hey,
16.
Frankenstein.
False. I am Frankenstein's
Monster. Yep.
Frankenstein is
It's the name of the doctor.
Do you
Yep.
want candy?
Yes, please. Do you have any peeps?
Oh my god.
Actually, yeah.
It's 19.
Here you go.
This is not a bird.
Sorry, these are the Halloween ones.
Do you have any Gokus?
I was gonna say, is he gonna say, do you have any boobies? Or, why am I the one? Listen, I don't make lewd jokes. I just say it how it is. Has Android 16 ever had a tit or boobie joke? This video is gonna be age restricted, isn't it?
Fine, here, just take the chocolate and go.
Yay! Chocolate for Goku! Wait, can dogs eat chocolate?
Okay, is that...
Destruction or treat?
Okay. Who the hell is that voice?
Don't you mean trick or...
No, I mean, give me all of your treats or I'll blow your house up.
Okay, Jesus. It's today.
Is
Very
Beerus
good.
in Hiffle?
Whis, next house. Oh, and if I find a single mound bar in here, I'll wipe out humanity.
Hey, it's better than that than destroying the dinosaurs because he didn't like how they looked.
Oh, I'm so sorry, kid. We're all out.
Get it? Because he's Kid Boo.
You gonna be okay, kid? Oh my god!
That's a random one. I guess I just wanted to do something for Halloween, but like, interesting. Maybe that makes more sense in Hiffle as well. Who did Beerus? Joshua Tomar. That sounds familiar. He's probably a Oh, Josh Martin's Kid Boo ripped from Fighters. That's really funny, actually. They didn't even just get somebody else to do Kid Boo. It's just the Kid Boo voices. Interesting. Is he like Tomato or something? Isn't that? I'm. Why am I thinking? I'm thinking about this. Okay, Mark Swin was the person. Okay. Um, what do you guys have to say about that? That's an interesting. Um, of course, it's all food, Dad. You keep mentioning Dragon Ball characters' names. I mean, true, but also, please don't. I don't want to think that the computer is listening to me. That would be really messed up. Okay. Well, glad you don't understand any of the fairy stuff Coker is saying. Oh, he's doing the caramel dance and dance. Oh, yeah. Yep. I mean, I know what that looks like, but I don't know what the lyrics to that is, so. Yeah. Okay, Beerus was in the super shorts. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Gabby not knowing caramel dancing is no. Listen, I know what it is. I know the like the that part of it, but I don't actually. I haven't actually seen the. I don't watch it enough to know really what the music of it is. No one knows what the lyrics to Caramel Dancing are. Lol, it's all in Swedish, right? I saw there was a bunch of video essays over a while that about like who actually made Caramel Dancing and stuff, but I never actually watched it. Oh god, big stretch. All right, is it time now? Are we doing the Boo Bits? This thing didn't really lead on to the onto the Boo Saga. It really the Fight Me one, Fight Me Bro really was like the lead up to Boo Bits. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready for Boo Bits? Is it all? Is my audio and stuff all fine as well? Is everybody okay? Are we all ready? All right. Obviously, this is going to be a bit different since, well, I will be probably stopping and pointing out all of the Easter eggs that I remembered. And there are probably going to be Easter eggs I forgot because, like I said, it's been a while since I've watched DBZA. I did a reaction to season 1 ages ago, and then I was going to do season 2 and 3 and just kind of forgot. And now look, the Boo Bits are here. So, all right. Now, is this going to have an ad? Okay, interesting. There is an ad because I'm pretty sure that like I would have thought they wouldn't monetize this just in case Toei's, paying attention to it. But there is still an ad, which makes me think either there's like something because of the like it's claimed because of music or just because YouTube is doing whatever.
You want to put peanut butter in it, don't you? That's okay. That's what we're into too. Reese's peanut butter cups. 2 milk chocolate cups absolutely filled with peanut butter.
Oh, okay, no, it's 2 ads this time. You know what? Tell you what, let's before we get started, maybe actually I'll do a proper maybe I will do a proper introduction preamble like hello everyone, my name is Gabby. Welcome to reacting to the Boo Bits. This is, I can't believe it. You know what? DBZA is back and I decided, hey, I'm gonna do a reaction because well, yeah. It's been it's been a very long time since I've done a reaction video to things, at least on YouTube, and that's for a few reasons. One of them is just I'm lazy. The other is I'm a perfectionist, and not a perfectionist, but I have very high standards, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to just do a random reaction video now and just publish it and call it a day. I want to do something, have an actual good reason for it, and this is literally all of the Boo Bits, all of the things they what is essentially Dragon Ball Z Abridged Season 4, kind of. Maybe they'll do more after this as well, but I'm not exactly sure, but what essentially the story was, I don't know the full story because I haven't been watching all of the behind the scenes commentary and listening to them talk about all this stuff all this entire time. But from what I could tell, essentially, Totally Not Mark did a bunch of Dragon Ball review videos, big ones, he got a whole bunch of other people in the community to help him with editing and scripting and doing touch-ups to the video quality and all these other crazy things that nobody other than like real nerds actually care about. And I think at one point Team 4 Stars worked with Mark in the before. I saw there was a video they actually made with Mark a few years ago as well. So I think Mark asked them, "Hey, do you want to do like a few little like scenes, like Buu Saga scenes for my Buu Saga review?" And they kind of said, "Yeah, you know what?" And then they ended up doing like 30 minutes of them because they enjoyed making them so much. And I think they're still a bit. They might still be a bit worried about like copyright and monetizations, and if Toei's not happy about this. But I think I guess they just wanted to do it anyway. I guess they're just doing it, putting it out there, and we'll see what happens when it comes to everything, if there's any potential repercussions about this. I don't know. But it's, at the very least, this is basically the Buu Saga. So just before this, I was watching all of the Dragon Ball shorts because they've been coming out over the last few years, and I actually never watched any of them because they're so short. I kind of almost like didn't want to do a reaction to like I think it's 2 minutes long or whatever. It just kind of felt a bit like Also, like I said, I was lazy and I forgot. So I just did the reaction to those, and I'm glad I watched them because I feel like they're good like context leading up to this. But it's interesting because it feels like they're not doing the entire Buu Saga, which is in a way kind of a shame. I guess this is like their best way of doing it, but like they're basically just doing the key scenes and stuff. And I assume, I mean, because I know they're doing like Super Saiyan 3 scene and Margin Vegeta scene and Vegeta sacrifice scene. Besides those three, I'm not really sure, but like there's like some Gotenks stuff. There's there's like a lot of the main stuff they're probably doing their own sort of bits on. But yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see. Like I've got context of like how this is probably going to go forth and what's gonna happen, and yeah, I'm just really interested to see what they do with the characters because yeah, like that's what's fun, the kind of deep character study that's also a parody series into their little bunch of things that are also you know I'd say go and watch Mark's review of the video, but luckily that isn't a problem anymore because they just uploaded it all onto their own onto their own channel. You can still watch Mark's review if you want. I personally didn't just because I'm sure Mark is great. I'm sure his review is great. I just have a thing. I just don't like people who just like do like big like reviews that kind of feel definitive, like the definitive review of something and the definitive opinion of things. Even if they're not trying to do it like that, when you have like a 2-hour video essay about something that I have watched and have lots of opinions on, I generally don't really care for it. Like, I have my own opinions. I don't need to watch a very long time of somebody else regurgitating their opinions at me with lots of fancy video editing and then having people tell me, oh yeah, this is the only way you can talk about Dragon Ball forever now because somebody made a video essay. So that's just me personally, but nothing against Mark, nothing against his team and everything like that. So you can watch this thing. You can obviously support the original creators for obvious reasons. But I think at this point, if you've been doing this for this long, if you've been watching my channel for this long, you already know I'm not freebooting off Team 4 Star. I'm not trying to do that. Obviously, I'm just. I want to see what they're doing. This is like almost like a nostalgia trip for me. It's been years since the last time I've watched something DBZA, or at least reacted to something DBZA, not counting the stuff I was just doing before this. So. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do. In the meantime, just before we do this, let me just check the comments here. See what will you guys have anything to say? Yeah, it's from 3 years versus Buu Bits being from now. Yep. Yes. Toei would just claim and siphon ad revenue for themselves, I guess. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone on Twitch. I'm sorry. I don't have a thing on the chat, so nobody's gonna be able to see the hi YouTubes. Although that would have been very cute, but I mean, I don't have like mods or anything. What if somebody posts some like profanity or some just spam links? Then it would show up, and I don't want to do that. That look unprofessional. So. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm too opinionated to accept other YouTube's thoughts on them. Yeah. Do you feel the same way with Lance, Mr. Fusion? Yes, I do. And it's a shame because I love Lance. Lance is like one of my favorite people. But I can't watch Dragon Ball Dissection anymore because it just feels so like I am doing this definitively and this is my opinion and you cannot change my mind and I'm arguing this against you. So, like, and like I know Lance's not trying to do it like that, but that's kind of how it feels, and I just can't. Like it makes me feel sad, but it's just that's just kind of how it is. So yeah, I think that's basically everything I had to cover, I guess. You know what? Maybe I'll do like a shilling. So yeah, I'm doing this on Twitch. I'm probably not gonna do more like this. Isn't probably gonna be a start of things that I do a lot of reactions on Twitch. It's just I'm just doing it like this because honestly, it's just easier to do it like this. The way I had a format, I had my previous computer. I basically couldn't really do a format like this, where I have myself watching the video at the same time as this. It was a long story. I had an old computer. I didn't have the same abilities I have now. I can do this now, and this all seems to work. So this is great. Let's get started. And do I do the countdown? I don't need to do the countdown anymore because I don't need to sync this up. But you know, let's do it for old time's sake. 3, 2, 1.
Wow, what a great shirt. I bet whoever wears that.
I am watching
really
the ad
cool.
because they deserve it.
Hi, I'm Lanny.
God,
One of the
Lanny really
co-founders of
has
Team 4-Star,
been doing
and
a
we've been
lot.
making videos on the internet for 15 years now. That's almost half my life. And yes, I'm still coming to terms with that. But while I do, let me introduce you to an opportunity to own a piece of internet history. For a limited time, if you go to sharkrobot.com/team-4-star, you can buy this piece of fabric, and it will cover your nipples. It's layered with genuine, authentic, synthetic gold printing material, and it can be 100% yours for a limited time. So from all of us
Maybe
at Team
I should
4-Star,
buy a Team
thank you
4-Star
all
shirt.
so much for making
Don't know
the
about
past
that
15
one, but
years amazing. And now, on to what you clicked on this video for.
that's cute. They got music. They've got a logo. Well, are they going to do more for Team 4-Star's 15-year anniversary? Probably not, but that's cool. I like that. Welcome. These are the Buu Bits. They're created. Totally not marked to review. So blah 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 blah. Watch both parts by clicking the link. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. That's a nice music. It's like God, it stopped just before I had a chance to really say anything. Also yes, we have the nice little ad roll, which is the usual disclaimer. Unfortunately, we're using the Yamamura as heck Buu Saga Kai the final chapters thing that I'm sorry, everyone. It's been like 2 minutes since the reaction, and I've already started going to like deep cuts of like, hey, who drew this piece of promotional material for this random disclaimer that they used? I titled the Twitch video as like DBZA fangirl, but it's DBZ fangirl in general as well. Unfortunately, I know too much, and I can't take this information out of my head. That's why I need to react, so I can like explode it all out of me before it makes me implode. So, anyway, all right. I think that was Kaiser. Let's hear you say it.
The following is a fan-based parody.
Parody.
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Shueisha, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
I do wonder why they took Fuji TV out. I'll ask. You know what? I will ask them after this. Subtle brag, humble brag, not humble brag. Listen, I'm just a person. Why am I saying it like this? Let's get started. Oh my god. I love the music remixes. What is this? Hang on. Okay, sorry, I have to stop. I guess it's because it's 4x3, but what's this with this weird asymmetric cutting here? Or is this part of the show? I'm very curious. Anyway, I want to hear Gohan. Who is voicing my boy? It's apparently not Justin Briner and it's not Moscow, so.
Wait, Gohan, your lunch!
Aw.
Sorry, it's just that the Venn diagram of supply chains for prison and school cafeterias is basically a circle.
Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
That's how we know that, listen, that's... I'm sorry, America.
And sorry you have to travel 600 miles to school.
It's alright. I've got the coolest ride in my grade.
Aww. Right, still have to be called Nimbus. Bye, Gohan!
Teachers, and remember, all women are liars, and you'll always be my baby, and you'll never grow up.
When can I go to school?
When your father comes home.
Is that some... Chi-Chi, you do know he's dead, right? Maybe that's the point. Interesting. I wonder who's voicing Goten. I can't remember. I can look this all up afterwards. I'll wait until it's over, though. Oh, okay. I love Gohan. Anyway, let's go.
Between putting out fires in downtown, narrowly saving hundreds from a potential plane crash, and stopping bank robbers single-handedly, Satan City, and maybe Earth itself, has found a new hero. And that hero's name is...
The Great Saiyan Man.
Oh my god, is the part of his name? What is he, a rapper?
It is a weird name for a superhero.
I think it's kind of cool.
Of course you do, you're Hillfolk.
Sharpener!
Iraza, he knows I love him. Go on, you know I love you.
I guess.
He's a menace. A superhuman wannabe hero enforcing his justice on my city. Unlike you, who enforces your justice on your dad's city. I'm different. He's working outside of the law. I work with the police.
Oh, and that makes you the good guy.
What does that mean?
It means you're my favorite Nepo baby Vidal, and I love you.
Okay, I did remember hearing people saying that, like, oh my god, Kaiser's doing, like, Sharpener is the best. But I guess that's why. Kaiser's just like, I'm just gonna play all of the gay stereotypes. Because I want to just play that kind of character. That's very cute. That's very cute. And yeah, it's... God, I know they can't do more. They can't do more with the Great Saiyan Man now because it has to be bits, but God... It is a fun situation because it's a superhero parody in a Journey to the West parody in a... Like, where do you even get started with the ideas of having superheroes in Dragon Ball, which is sort of like superheroes but sort of not? They had made a whole movie about that. They made a whole other movie about that. So it's a really fun thing for just like having a little... I basically just writing a bit, but like, oh god, you could do so much with it. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm basically like, please do more for this. No, it's fine, but maybe I'll write it. Maybe not. I'm not that clever, but whatever. Let's keep going.
So I can't use the helmet for the tournament. Can you come up with a workaround?
Think you can pull off a do-rag?
I mean, I can try. So, what do you think, Trunks?
I think if I'm honest, Mom will ground me. Probably.
Well, if it isn't the Great Saiyan Man gracing us with his presence.
Hi, Vegeta.
Having fun using our name for your stupid superhero bullshit?
Vegeta, did you take out the trash like I asked?
We have slaves for that.
Stop calling them slaves.
Fine. Interns.
Thank you.
Vegeta, you taking part in the World Martial Arts Tournament too?
Why? So I can beat up a bunch of weaklings for money? I'm already rich and I've got nothing to prove.
What if I was there?
I was gonna say, hey, you know, I think that sounds like you've mellowed out considerably since then. But, well, Goku.
Oh no, the voices are back.
I'm real. King Kai, am I real? Oh yeah, no, I'm real.
Not according to that court-ordered quack!
Actually, I hear him too.
What the hell?
Actually.
I'm just like, this scene needs to go on for longer. Why isn't this scene going on for longer? I know I don't know, but... Okay, I'm sorry. I should just appreciate what we have and not ask for more. But God, I wish this was longer. Like, there's so much potential.
So then, Great Saiyan Man, what's your story?
I'm just a small...
Oh yeah, right. No, I was like, does Videl know he's the Great Saiyan Man at this point? But no, she is. That's why they had to do the whole blackmailing thing. And that's when the whole teaching how to fly thing.
Small town boy with alien blood looking to make a difference.
I get it.
Agent of justice. Cleaning up the city,
Oh,
fighting
I
against
get
the
it.
filth that
It's
took my
Batman
mother
v
from me.
Oh
Superman.
my gosh, criminals killed your mom?
No.
Well, no,
I just thought it sounded cool.
Lost her to the big sea, but that
Oh,
doesn't exactly.
oh, jeez, oh, jeez. I mean that was not there. I think in previous in the Cell Saga. Now that would add a lot. Hey, Gohan actually helps though. Listen, Gohan avenged your mom. Okay, it's fine. Kind of.
Strike fear into the hearts of criminals to the big sea. But that backstory doesn't exactly strike fear into the hearts of criminals.
Okay, yeah, she did make it up.
Yeah, I lost my dad to the big sea too.
Aww.
Wow, I'm so sorry. Cancer's a bitch, huh?
Oh, okay. They got me. They got me. Even if I don't really like cancer jokes, they got me. Good one. Thank you. Good job. You did it.
No, I thought you meant Cell.
But didn't everyone mysteriously come back after he died?
Oh yeah.
Not everyone.
Right. Yeah.
Did you say alien?
Who wants to learn how to fly?
Wait, when did he say alien?
Gosh, alien blood. Look,
Great, say a man. What's your story?
I'm just a small town boy with alien blood.
Oh yeah, he did say alien.
And proof.
Come back after he died?
Not everyone.
Did you say alien?
Who wants to learn how to fly?
That was good. That was good. Yeah, I liked that. Like, wish there was more, but that. Yep, they're nice.
Oh, wow. Look at you, Krillin. You've got hair. And proof I had sex.
Hello.
Aw, what's your name?
Marin.
So are we gonna talk about that, or...
Talk about what? It's my grandmother's name.
Talk about how great it is you can still have children.
Thank you?
You're welcome. Goodbye.
You're right. It is funnier if we act like I don't know.
Oh my god. It's. I mean, yeah. In context, it's interesting and funny because the names are actually different. Like they're completely different names, and also Krillin's the puns come from different sources. They're spelled differently in Japanese, and Marin, Krillin's girlfriend from the Garlic Jr. saga, is filler. And I don't know if Toriyama remembered that. It was probably an accident. Whereas Marin in calling her Marin is like Marin with it's like chestnut or something. It's like related to chestnut because like Krillin is like Kuri is also because Kuri is chestnut. So I don't remember where Marin comes from, but. Anyway, time for a throwback to the Dodge joke. I'm sure this will be great.
Wait. What? So you're this massively powerful, half-human, half-alien super warrior?
Yes.
I mean, saying that about myself feels a little conceited, but...
What I'm saying is, you can dodge bullets, much less any attack I throw at you.
So I didn't...
Well, yeah, honestly...
Oh, right, of course.
Why do you ask?
No reason.
Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that scene's just kind of weird, personally. I mean, it's a filler scene. It's like, people just make stupid sex jokes about it, and like, I'm just like, whatever. But interesting how they changed the not continuity, but interesting how they did it. That in my old fan fiction, Videl only finds out about this stuff like when everybody's like, all right, everybody go on to God's Lookout, and while we're here, we might as well tell you that Gohan's an alien. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Half of us are aliens here. Just deal with it. Also, we don't know where your dad is, and the world's getting destroyed. And like, if you think about it, that would have been Videl was having a very bad day. I mean, that was the same day she got like the absolute shit beaten out of her. So it was a very bad day. Look, guys, it's the... Wait! Because I know that Goku and Majin Vegeta do that pose in their fight. And now I don't remember which came first chronologically. They're both filler, but... I think. They're both filler scenes, but... Anyway.
Dang it, I can't get him out of the ring. I guess that's what I should expect from the son of Kakarot. Okay.
Yeah.
But we get a little spicier.
Oh, hey, Gohan, you taught him how to dodge. That's great.
That was... Hey, what did he say?
Wait, does that mean we can use pew-pews? Oh, hey, Gohan, you taught him how to dodge. That's great.
Trucks, pull it up!
I couldn't really understand what he said, but okay.
Of course we can, duh. Dude, you're not even saying it right. It's Kame-ha.
Yeah.
Even if you say it wrong, it still works? Why say it at all?
Because it
Sounds cool, yes.
That's it, though. Oh, come on, he knows I love him. You know I love you, the great Saiyaman. Seriously, though, who put that do-rag on him?
Interesting. Okay, I mean, obviously, it's TFS's alternate universe version of it, but the Sharpener is just obviously understanding. I like this. Like, not only is Sharpener just a stereotypical gay guy, he's a stereotypical gay guy who apparently just, like, clearly understands what's going on this entire time and just doesn't really give a shit and is okay with just paying each other out, but, like, Gohan is apparently too oblivious to notice. That's cute. That's very cute. Anyway, time for the worst scene in the entire manga. What the fuck are they gonna do with this?
In all my years of watching brutal violence unfold, this is without a doubt the most heinous, unnecessary savagery we've ever witnessed.
Oh, come on. This could be way worse.
Gohan.
That's all our vital organs.
Goku. Oh, that was a good throwback.
Way worse. She still has all her vital organs.
All of them?
I have to do something. I can't let this continue.
No, Gohan. If you step in, you'll be disqualified.
Why does that matter?
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a very good point. Like, I guess because it's not funny to have Gohan be like, why the hell would we care about being disqualified at this point? We don't even want the money. We don't even need to win at this point. Why is this even happening? Really, the question is really actually that's the problem about the scene is that like everyone has suddenly developed zero empathy, including Goku. Gohan has a bit of empathy, but apparently not enough to just that he's alright if they're just sitting there watching it happen for a little bit. But not for, I mean, the anime makes it worse because it spells it out, you know, it takes it a bit longer to do it. But, you know, it's that, like, guys, the tournament doesn't matter. Don't you have rules and shit? And why are you acting like Gohan can't jump in there and help? Because, God forbid, the sacred rules of martial arts tournaments. And anyway, it could have been interesting if they actually did anything with it, but in the end, like, functionally, it only really exists to make Gohan get really pissed off at a guy who gets killed by Babidi anyway, so, like, it doesn't even really lead to anything. That's the other problem with the scene. Anyway, let's see. Next one.
My true identity is the Supreme Kai, or Kaioshin. But
yeah.
You just call me Shin.
Huh. Are you above or below the Grand Kai? You had a thumb beard.
What's a Grand...
The Supreme Kai are the highest ranking of them all, actually.
Cool. What about you? Are you also Supreme?
I do not speak to Mortys.
It means mortal, which is what he should be saying.
Interesting. Why Mortys? What is this, like a extended Rick and Morty joke or something? Interesting direction. Also interesting direction. Did they ever do the Otherworld tournament? Did TFS ever do that? Because that is obviously a thing you could do. They didn't even do Bojack, so they probably didn't. Time for Majin Vegeta, I guess.
So, what's with the M's on their heads?
That is the mark of the Majin. If Babidi finds any evil in your heart, he can use it to control you, turning you into his puppet.
Well, that's bad.
Wait, any evil?
Yes, any evil. Even using your phone during a movie, or leaving your shopping cart in a parking space.
Oh, that's super evil. The cart return is like right there.
Hello, can I speak with a Vegeta?
Who the fuck are you?
Name's Babidi, son of Bibidi.
That's stupid.
Right. Well, I'm here to make you a proposition.
I'm listening.
Oh.
Hold on, what about tipping? Because some places actually pay their employees, but others don't.
I mean, obviously then you tip at the places that don't.
This is why
Hi, America. We don't. Yeah.
I hunt my own food.
Come on, Vegeta. I can see it deep in your soul. Let me give you what you want. All the power that you need.
I have. Yeah. I mean.
To defeat Goku.
You know, funny thing is, I know you're playing me.
But you're right.
Wait, no! Don't tell me that Vegeta has darkness in his heart!
Oh no!
That's probably a bad idea. Uh-oh. I think this is the problem. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is... I feel like I'm basically ad-libbing DBZA myself part of the time, but I don't know if that actually makes it funny or not. I'm probably not as funny as they are anyway, but... Okay. I guess that's all it takes, but I guess it's also a short, so they can't really extend it out as much. So, let's see what happens. Maybe they'll explain more in this short.
Vegeta, wait!
Vegeta, no!
Stop it, Jinx. This isn't like you. You're not a bad guy.
Since when? When, on this worthless earth, did I ever become a quote-unquote good guy?
He's got a point.
Krillin's barbecue last week.
And I brought potato salad.
You truly lost to us.
No, you mustn't! This fight will only serve to hasten Majin Buu's awakening.
And how strong is he?
Much stronger than any of you. No, I mean he can literally blow up galaxies.
I mean, that's not a big deal.
Shin, you are only making this worse.
Fucking Mortys.
Okay, that's a nice callback. Like, yeah, it is, because yeah, it's an like, once again, it's a dynamic, right? You've got Vegeta is obviously just Vegeta. Goku is like, I mean, I want to be a good person, but also I like fighting strong guys. And then Gohan is like I mean, I'm also kind of strong. I don't really like fighting strong guys, but I also don't want everybody to die. So, what's my role in this story arc again? That's a long story.
Vegeta, I don't understand. Why would you let Babidi do this?
You don't get it. How could you?
Hi, music.
Never once questioned why he fights. You've always lived for yourself, trained for yourself. But once you were gone, I lost what drove me to be better. I lost my edge, and now I'm going to PTA meetings and Krillin's movie nights. Listen to me, Kakarot! I'm using his fucking name! But now I have a chance. A chance to finally...
Oh wait, no, this isn't Kai music. This is Z music. What am I saying?
No interference.
This is from BoJack, actually.
And my victory.
Alright.
That's it?
Yeah, look, geez, I'm just here for the fight. You don't gotta justify it.
God, I missed you.
What's that?
Well, that's gay. It's really funny because in the, in the story, it's essentially just like, Vegeta's like, I'm gonna give you this whole big speech and like, look at me, now I'm finally evil, I have no regrets and I'm fully satisfied. And Goku's just like, oh, is that really how you feel? And that's basically all he says. And then Vegeta's like, actually internally screaming, wait, actually this not, oh no, I care about people, oh no, this midlife crisis really sucks. Anyway, it's interesting because like, yeah, Goku isn't the kind of person who's gonna go around and give you a big talk about, the goodness or evil in your heart. Like, he's just kind of like but like, he's still, he's clued in enough to know that like, that's not really what Vegeta feels like, so he's just... Anyway, but this one's also just kind of like it's fair enough that a bridge Goku, like, doesn't really get it at all. He just likes fighting. he doesn't really give a crap. And I wonder how that makes Vegeta change his mind.
Finally, after all these years and all of my hard work, he's finally been set free! My baby boy, Majin Buu!
Now, how's he gonna sound? Okay, he sounds the same as Dub.
Sorry, does he need to go back in the oven?
Wait, is this a Kai? This is Sumitomo music, isn't it? It's Kai.
Little help here.
Let me talk.
Final chapter's Kai music.
Majin Buu.
Boo! Are you new friend? You play games with Boo.
I am not here for games. I am the Demon King Dabura.
Dabra's got a nice
Master
voice.
is Babidi, and you shall follow his every whim. Understood?
You play games with Boo.
What was that? Speak up, you pillowy pink preemie eyes.
Yeah, that's basically how it goes in canon. Unfortunately, the problem is, you know, it's gotten to the stage that obviously everybody's power levels are so high that just like oh no, he hit Dabura in the eyes and then he punched him and he kicked them into a mountain. Like, that doesn't really feel as impressive because everybody can do that, right? And Dabura is not that impressive because, like, everybody can do what Dabura does. So it's like, the only thing that... Why am I'm being really critical about this, but obviously this isn't DBZA, this is the actual footage, and it's kind of like after a while you run out of ways to show that somebody's really strong. So, anyway, let's keep going. Obviously I could talk for longer about all of these things, but also the other thing is since they give you so little to work with, it's kind of like I don't want to just be like you know, oh, I'm gonna react for 2 seconds, have a 2-second comment, and then just keep going on, but at the same time, these things don't... I could talk for 5 hours, or I could talk for 2 minutes. It's one or the other, apparently.
Wait! What? You feel that? Yeah? New strong guy dropped. Wanna go see?
Yeah, I do.
Hey! See? I do know you.
Shut up and give me a sensu bean.
You got it, best buddy. Too bad we couldn't finish our fight, though. I didn't even get a chance to whip out my new form.
Okay, no, that's great. That's great. Because he was literally just feeling like, I didn't even get a chance to whip out my new form. And then, conveniently, Vegeta beats him up before he gets a chance to hear that. Because if he hears that, he would basically be like, what do you mean, new form? And then that would derail the entire story again. That actually almost makes it like better than canon, almost. But I mean, in canon they couldn't have done that because I don't think Super Saiyan 3 was even thought up as a concept at this point. I think Toriyama just kind of came up with it at the last minute because he's like, I need to make some way for Goku to actually be strong and also Gotenks and also like... Honestly, I don't even really get Super Saiyan 3.
Victory for Vegeta.
It's also interesting because in that way it's sort of saying that, like, I guess we don't really know, you know, the motivation for Vegeta there is different. Like, in the original, it's like, he's doing it because basically he wants it, this is his responsibility because he was the one who turned to the evil, so, like, he wants to deal with this himself and he doesn't want to get Goku involved. Whereas in this is just, he just wanted to be Goku in any way possible. So why is he going to choose to sacrifice himself later on? Spoilers for the rest of the video in the Buu Saga.
Master, I beseech you, look at this thing.
Oh god, the dub music.
Child.
Yes, Deborah, he is a child that must be nurtured and raised into a subservient, obedient little... Deborah? Deborah! Where did you go?
Like, I definitely like this interpretation.
Anto is going to be really pissed at me.
Oh god.
Who gives a shit? Bitch is barely canon.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, that's a strange, deep cut, but also, like, yeah. in a way, I feel like Boo really. I think Boo really works from. I mean, I think it really benefits to basically recutting and repacing the entire thing because the joke is good, but the joke paced out into standard DBZ anime pacing doesn't really hit as hard. You kind of are just sort of like a. It's sort of like a, oh, I get it. I get it. I get what Boo's supposed to be. And it kind of like it kind of still has to drag itself down into the power level bullshit, so you kind of don't even really think about the horror of it somehow. It's like everything just kind of blends together in a way. I feel like if you did like recut the Boo Saga as like a movie, if you just really focus on the contrast of the the terrifying nature between Boo being so immature and being so powerful, like you get it's some good horror there, and I think like it could be even better if you manage to adjust the pacing a bit. So that's what makes it really interesting. But anyway, I like that this thing says his name was Vegeta, aka the one you've all been waiting for. Not me. I'm not a Vegeta fan.
Trunks, I'm going to hug you for the first time ever.
Oh, cool.
Why do I know this song? Is this also from Kai? I think this is from Kai. I need to stop saying these things.
Hug complete. I'm a way better dad than Kakarot. Namekian, take the Kakatot and my son away from here.
Fine.
Kakatot.
Got nothing better to do, and this
I
is
like
way
it.
above my pay grade.
But before you go, tell me, do you think I'll see Kakarot when I die?
What, like in heaven? Because... No.
Okay, fuck you.
Oh, that's like a piano remix version of it. That's cute.
Squinty eyes on me, Bubble Yum. We're playing my game now.
Is this the one that played in?
You fucking die!
Oh, Boo has played this game.
That regeneration shit got old 6 years ago. I'm gonna take a page out of Kakarot's book. I'm gonna hit you really hard. Enough to wipe every last bit of you from existence.
I was gonna say, I think Kakarot's playbook isn't blowing himself up because I mean he didn't even do that for Cell. He just teleported Cell who blew himself up. But hitting him really hard is also a proud Kakarot tradition.
Existence. Existence is but shallow question with no answer. Boo make you chicken nuggies!
This is farewell. Bulma. Trunks. Even you. Best buddy.
Yeah. I knew. I had the best buddy bit spoiled for me, but I didn't know they were doing a piano remix of this scene. Of course, end on. Yep. End on chord. Fade to black. Let the moment mull a bit over, and then hard cut to next one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that, I mean, obviously the issue is since we don't have the context because that's all missing. The context is, I guess, you watch Mark's review, but it's like that doesn't really work because DBZA, it's still calling back its own jokes. It's DBZA jokes. It's not calling back jokes from Mark's review. It's calling back jokes from its own channel. So it doesn't really work if the context is just the same as canon. Like because everything is slightly changed from canon when you do DBZA, which is kind of I'm acting like I'm some big media critic, and obviously they're doing this for the fun of it. They know that it's not like it doesn't necessarily enhance the Mark review experience 100% in the way that it could be. It's not perfect in that way, but like it's a fan thing, so like don't think too hard about it anyway. But what else was I gonna say? I guess that it's unfortunately because you don't have the context, doesn't really hit the same way. But the Vegeta no and Vegeta yes, of course. Ugh. Like they did this because Lani was like, I really want to play that scene. Please let me play that scene. And essentially that. God. Now, I'm also really interested in Dolphin Gohan. Because I'm a Gohan fan, of course I'm going to be interested in that. Oh, man. Anyway, let me just check in everybody. Is everybody still there? Is everyone alright? I think so. Yeah, okay. Everybody is still talking. That's good. There hasn't been any horrible, like, error thing. Let's keep going. Time for the Gohan shipping, I mean.
So, you're new. I'm God. You can call me Dende, SKD.
Of course, right. It's Taka.
Welcome to Mikasa.
Oh, I'm Videl, daughter of Mr. Satan.
The devil in God's house. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Why is he? Oh, I was like, why is he being a gay stereotype? And then I was like, oh wait, right, yeah, he ships he has a crush on Gohan in this, so of course he's a gay stereotype. There's a lot of gay stereotypes in DBZA, but it's okay because Kaiser's gay.
Actually, a friend of Gohan's.
Oh, you're Gohan's friend. A friend who just happens to be a girl. A girlfriend, if you would. With your nice, long, human legs and, normal colored skin.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say normal. That's got a lot of uncomfortable implications.
Speaking of, have you met Mr. Popo?
Oh my god, are you allowed?
Yeah, are we allowed to talk about? I thought the joke of being like, yeah, no, you can't just say Videl's skin is normal because I guess that's a good point. There is some unfortunate implications, and then they blindside you with the fucking Mr. Popo. It's like, speaking of racism, are we allowed to talk about that? I mean, I'm not, because I'm not black. I don't even understand it. I mean, as in like, when I say it, I mean like, as in like, I don't know much about the cultural history of blackface. This part is definitely not going to be in the YouTube version, or else I'm going to get demonetized. Isn't that right? Oh, geez. But yeah, no, that is. God, I was just wanting like cut back to YouTube. Then they're being like, what, Gabby? Why is there a sudden cut here? You know why there's a sudden cut here, because I mentioned Mr. Popo, and I don't want to be demonetized. So take from that what you will. It's time for Super Saiyan 3. Apparently, Moscow X has a lot of screaming in this, so let's see.
First off, we got good old Super Saiyan. Everyone knows this one. Wait, you seriously just put super at the beginning of it?
Yes.
It's kind of lazy if you ask me.
Well,
okay, yeah, just cut me off. It's a super duper Saiyan.
Right.
You don't look... I mean, is there a difference? I literally cannot tell.
And of course, there is a remix, a piano remix of the Super Saiyan 3 theme. It's not Falconer because he didn't compose that. I mean, he might have helped arrange some of it, but he didn't compose it. But right, I also forgot Super Saiyan 2 is it's not a name. Also, Super Saiyan 2 was only a name that Goku came up with this very second because he needed to give some context as to what Super Saiyan 3 was. So he's like, well, I guess then you could call this one Super Saiyan 2 because this is Super Saiyan 3. And it's pretty absurd, but it's also pretty absurd that, they do make a joke about, like, what did he call it?
See if you ask me. And this? Oh, okay, yeah, just cut me off. It's a super duper Saiyan.
That's it, the Super Duper Saiyan. He does call Gohan that, and then they're like, because that sounds stupid. And I can't remember, that was a callback to something previously, and I can't remember what it was, but yeah, I remember.
You don't look... I mean, is there a difference? I literally cannot...
It looks different. It looked...
Zappy zaps. See?
I was gonna say, it looks a bit more different on Gohan when he is younger, but then they're kind of like, it's like Toriyama didn't really think that he was going to give this form to other characters, even though he probably assumed that he would have to, but he wasn't thinking that far ahead. So he's like, just the lightning part's the main issue, is the main difference. Just don't worry about it.
And this is to go
even further beyond. Ah. Jesus. Like, it's...
Go ahead, Goku. Waste the last of the time you had there, whipping out your dick!
Like, it's funny because, like, it's cool and also incredibly stupid at the exact same time. Goku's just like, and this is to go even further beyond. Ah! And then he screams for 5 minutes and gets bigger hair. Like, it is essentially the craziest self-parody version of Dragon Ball Z could possibly be, and it's part of the plot. It's why it's so hard to take Super Saiyan 3 seriously, at least for me, because it's just so, like, just think about that. Like, if you tell anybody else what Dragon Ball Z is, you show them that scene, that is essentially Dragon Ball Z, if all you think about it is, the superficial parts about people screaming and getting big hair. It's so ridiculous. It's also cool, but it's also ridiculous. Like, I think there are things that I find more cool in Dragon Ball Z because they have a bit more context and they're a bit more foreshadowed and a bit more whatevers. But listen, people like Super Saiyan 3, so everyone can have their fun. Let's keep going. Also, remember, anime filler. They need to drag it out.
I feel that. I taste that.
What's that smell?
By the way, Naked Goku! Good job, Moscow. I'm glad. Good job, Lawrence. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to call those Super Saiyan 1, 2, and
3.
Okay, that's boring.
Very boring. We fight now?
Sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that, yeah. Yeah, like that's about what you would expect Team 4 Star doing with Super Saiyan 3. Kind of, like, it's almost like I almost wish that they just lingered on Super Saiyan 3 for longer. It's almost like I'm just so used to that sort of pacing that when it's like, we're doing this a little bit faster, I'm almost like, no, that's not right. You can't make Super Saiyan 3 fast. That goes against the entire point of the anime. I should probably watch Bukai at some point. I don't think I really did. It's not true. I watched a bit of it raw back in the times where I would watch Pretty Cure live and before Super, and Bukai would play after that, and then I was starting my Dragon Ball phase, and this doesn't matter. Let's keep going. He's from a different time. What is this going to be? More racism jokes?
Hey, Shin? I think your grandpa's here.
Excuse me, sir. Who are you?
What, are your eyeballs for show? Peep the suit, kiddo. I'm a Kaioshin.
Kaya what?
Okay.
The sea sword. Before I...
Wait. Did he say this? Interesting.
Kaya what?
Kaioshin, Kaya what? Now that's a good callback.
But how? And why were you in the sea sword?
Interesting. She sword, Z sword, Zeta sword. I have heard so many translations of that thing. But it's fine, it's just a plot device. We don't need to worry about it.
Before I answer that, can anyone here pop my back? I spent 75 million years sealed away in that son of a bitch. All because of that bingus named B. Wait a second. Who are they?
Them? They're from the mortal realm.
Oh my! What are Mortys doing on our planet?
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Okay, interesting. It's there is an ad roll, mid-roll ad roll. Okay, there's a lot to think about that. Like, that's something like a, by the way, can you, crack my back? I've spent 75 million years in there. Like, that is the kind of thing that, like, that's the kind of dialogue that honestly I feel like they would have put in there in any sort of situation. Like, it's that is the kind of thing you normally do. Also, the Morty's joke being some kind of slur for mortals or something, and that is a good joke. Also, are they going to use that for Zamasu? They are totally going to use that for Zamasu. Is this going to be the Zero Mortys plan? I am thinking too far ahead. But it's almost like a joke because in Dragon Ball Super, Zamasu says Ningen a lot, which, translates into mortal/human. and it became a meme because I'm honestly not even sure. It just became a meme. It was Master saying Ningen, and I'm like, if they basically say it's like, oh, like the equivalent here, Ningen is basically just like Morty. I'm thinking too far ahead. Anyway, let's skip this Grammarly ad that unfortunately showed up because I am using YouTube normally, like normal people. Well, I mean, I could have paid for premium, I guess, but other people use ad blocker. I don't.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline,
2 weeks?
Grammarly's tones.
Of course, you have purple hair and pronouns. Okay, I already know the joke just by the title. It's a fair enough joke. You know what? Also, because like think of mine, like the other thing that uses fusion a lot is Steven Universe, and that is a show that is all about pronouns. Also, hey, Trunks is lazy, I hear. This is also Kai music.
Whoa! Look, it finally worked! They fused into... Actually, what do we call you?
You can call me the miraculous Trunk! Go! Okay, which one am I going with? Well, I mean, Trunkton sounds weird, but Gotenks is like all Goten and a little Trunks. And I both know how this stacks. But yeah, it does sound better. Okay, then I'm going with Gotenks. But I owe me later. Yeah.
Hold on. Do we use he, him, or they, them?
Why? He's not non-binary. Well, definitely not. There's 2 of them in there.
No, yeah, that's kind of my point.
You kids and your pronouns.
You can just say I'm him, cause I'm about to bust a Buu. Later!
Trunkton, wait!
All I'm saying is back in my day, a hole was a hole.
Gross.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a good joke. It's a fair joke. It's the joke you should make, honestly. Especially nowadays. It's like, yeah, if you're 2 dudes, are you a him or are you a them? And like, it's if you're gonna argue about pronouns, you're being silly. Like, fucking let people use. Like, there are way bigger issues to be upset about in society. I'm probably gonna take that part out of the vlog, out of the VOD, out of the YouTube video, because who knows what's gonna happen. Oh god, sorry, I'm just doing a stretch because I've been sitting in my chair for a long time. What was I gonna say? Blue hair and pronouns. Gotenks. Oh yeah, I think Gotenks probably sounds less stupid in Japanese just because it's like in Japanese, their names are very phonetic. So like it's not really like you're just like every syllable, like a syllable is the same, like every syllable is a letter. So if you just take syllables from Goten and syllables from Trunks and put it together, it's not really like, it's more equal distribution of the name. Now that is some real nerd shit that nobody else cares about. So, let's go on to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. And do not subscribe to Roshi's pronouns of ho. Let's keep going. Ooh, nice.
Boo hungry. Boo eat doggy.
No, Boo! We do not eat dogs.
Boo confused. If humans eat cows and pigs, why do we eat dogs?
Because they're cute, domesticated, and functional.
So Sabres and Boo not eat you.
Yes?
Then Boo want DoorDash.
Oh, come on. Overpriced.
Great.
That's worse.
Postmates.
They're all bad, Boo!
Then Boo eat driver.
Just don't eat people no more. Use your magic and turn rocks into food.
Satan is genius. No eat people no more. Eat rocks instead.
Wait a second. Did I just save humanity? I did! I saved the world! Everything's gonna be...
Yeah, basically. See, that's actually the thing. That's an interesting thing that in a way, that was essentially canon. Like that was basically the scene. Like, I think that's essentially one of the reasons as to why, like, they say, hey, they have trouble with bridging the Buu saga, because, like, that is canon. Like, you can't make that funnier. That's already the scene, essentially. So, it's, yeah. I thought they were gonna go with something about Boo eating rocks, but you know what? Maybe that is set up for a future joke. I don't know. Ghostbusters. Are they going to make a Ghost Napper reference? They might. But they also might not because they hate the Ghost Napper jokes because they overuse them. So, I'm very curious. What is this song? This is another remix. There we go. Yep. Yep.
How's it hanging?
What are you doing here?
Oh, yeah, so I was having a stroke in my trailer, and it did not end well.
Oh, no.
Condolences?
It's my fault. Shouldn't have made that extra notch in the belt.
I don't get it.
Ask Trunks' dad.
But he's dead.
What am I doing here? Oh, no.
But
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, no, I mean, not about the fact that they Ghost Snapper is there because Snapper actually dies, but I mean, heck, you could have just had Ghost Snapper there because Boo had killed every human on Earth at that point. So Napper would have been dead anyway. You didn't even have to make the joke about the heart attack. But this scene, I am curious for two reasons. One, in like with the context of the story, Ultimate Gohan just kind of shows up out of nowhere and doesn't really contribute anything or do anything, and his new attitude doesn't lead to anything either. So it's kind of like you could write any justification for it. I mean, Dragon Ball Super already was kind of like, we are going to retcon this whole scene into saying it was a mistake and you never should have done it. So I wonder what they're going to do with that. Two, there is a meme of this scene because of something that Steve Simmons wrote. If they do it, I am going to flip out. If they don't, it's fine. I wonder, I mean, because I'm sure Kaiser knows the meme. Maybe Lanny and Tucker and everyone else probably don't, because they don't watch Dragon Ball Z with subtitles. But if you watch Dragon Ball Z with subtitles, you know the meme. It's a meme that would get me demonetized. So let's go. Of course. Yeah, we need the remix of the Gohan theme. It's nice though. I like all the piano. It actually kind of sounds like the Super Saiyan 3 theme. The chords are similar.
Oh, what's wrong, little boy? Do you need an adult?
No. I am an adult.
You're not... I mean, okay. I mean, you know what? That's a fair... It's a call... They did a callback to that joke instead of instead of the Steve Simmons joke, subtitle joke. But it's weird because like is this like also a joke about like, because he's not an adult. He's 16 in that scene. 17 you could argue with like time chamber shenanigans. Maybe he's 17, but like he's still not an adult there. Is this just because that in like the video games they consider this Gohan adult, even though he's not? Like, is that the joke? Like, I mean, because if you think about it, that's kind of a joke. I think that's a good joke, you know? Because, like fighters, if anything, like, Dragon Ball Super has kind of essentially done something good in that, like, in fighters, they have Ultimate Gohan as Gohan adult, and it's okay because they use things from Dragon Ball Super there, and there he is an adult. So there it's fine. I'm thinking way too hard about this, and of course it's about Gohan. So, I guess that's all we're gonna get from Ultimate Gohan because, oh no, I think he might be in this scene as well, but, let's see what we have. Well, this is nice music. Is this
Now
also...
listen
Is this
to
a
them,
Boo theme?
child. The voices of those you failed to save.
Oh god.
They can see what he sees.
Oh Jesus.
Feel what he feels.
Oh, okay. Well...
What's going on? Was I an egg?
DoorDash for Mr. Ba?
Oops, ignore that one.
Okay, that's a... They should have done that in canon. They really should have. That would have been cool. I mean, it serves no purpose, really, but... Because that scene is basically just a waste of everybody's time until we get to this part, essentially. I don't think Vigirot is such a bad name. I don't know why everyone rails against it. I think it sounds fine. Is it just because, like, once again, we're getting back to the whole, like, Japanese syllables are characters. So when you mix the characters' names together, you mix the syllables instead of the actual, like, letters. And that's why it's Vegito instead of, Vigirot. Because it's Kakaroto, because you can't just end in a T, you have to end in a T-O, like a T syllable. Anyway, that's the whole story behind Vegito. Whatever. I wonder what they have to say. Fun facts with Gabby.
Good, another fusion. So what are you then?
We are a warrior, born of the Patara. A combination of Vegeta and Go. Go! Karat. Huh, that was weird. Why can't we say Go?
You two, are you alright?
Sir, we are talking to ourselves. Vegeta and Go. Vegeta and Go! Whatever! You can just call us Vegito. And son, go fuck yourself!
Are we going to...
Sir, we will fight you in a minute.
Ah, that's nice. Okay, that's a good explanation. It's like, no, it's not any combination of Goku or Kakarot at all. It's just Vegeta-ish, and a slightly different variant of Vegeta. Because Vegeta, in Goku's head, cannot bring himself to say Goku. Okay, I like that explanation. I also like the sir. What did he say?
Sir, we will fight you in a minute.
We will fight you in a minute, which is a Goku. It is very much a Goku line, because he is part Goku. Interesting that that's the only Vegito, though. I mean, Vegeta only is there for like 2 episodes, but still. I guess that's it.
So he's definitely still stronger than the both of us, right?
And almost as dumb.
Got any ideas?
Well, your oldest brat's still stronger, so where's he?
On Earth. So, dead.
What? Then who did you grab?
Hey.
You kidding me, Kakarot?
I had to grab Dende, come on.
The Magic Man I get, but why that oaf?
You know, I can hear you.
I hope you can.
Look, I panicked and I grabbed the Dragon Balls, okay? Oh,
wow.
That's how you see me.
Wow.
Great, we have Dragon Balls, now we just have to live long enough to use them.
Oh, come on, I'm sure we'll be...
That was a nice transition, I will say.
I'll see you for more than your balls.
Your daughter's a man-stealing whore!
Just like her mother.
Wait, is he saying like the spirit bomb works in the movies? That's a good joke, because yeah, it never works in the show. They decided to make it work as like, you know what, fair enough, it's the end of this show, might as well make it work one time. And it worked in the movies. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. And yes, this whole scene, the whole fight could have been alleviated if, like, it is, at the end of the day, everything comes down to some of the most contrived contrivances. Like, oh no, Boo was gonna blow up the planet. Oh no, I can't reach Gohan or Gotenks in time. Oh no, whoops. Well, they're dead, so we can't use them now. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I honestly don't hate the Boo saga, but yeah, when you think about this stuff from a storytelling perspective, the whole thing is just a total mess. But I mean, you can argue that for a lot of Dragon Ball.
think I got an idea.
Is it you should have saved your son?
I think I have a plan to beat Boo.
Hit him really hard.
Saving your son?
Listen.
Wow.
I'm gonna use the spirit bomb.
No.
Why? Give me one reason.
I'll give you 3. You used it on me, didn't work. You used it on Frieza, didn't work. And you didn't even bother using it on Cell.
Well, yeah, because I knew it wouldn't work.
That's...
Well, this time, though.
He's gonna...
But if this doesn't work, I will kill you.
If this doesn't work, Boo will kill you.
And I will drag you to hell with me.
Deal.
It is a very good point. He didn't use the Genki Dama against Cell. Almost like at this point he knew it was unreliable, but don't worry, when we get to the Buu Saga, it's a nice ending, so it'll work this time, I swear.
Guys, I need more energy. Someone talk to him. I'm busy bombing.
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, okay. People of Earth, what the fuck? Put down your trash food, turn off your shit television, and get on with it! Matter for once in your meaningless, little, insignificant, worthless human lives!
You know what? Screw this. I'm taking my energy back. Yeah, fuck this guy.
Vegeta, stop the cheating!
You're making it worse!
Don't you verb me!
You're doing it all wrong. Let me take a swing at this.
You think you can give a better speech than royalty?
Please, I've been conning these suckers for years. Oh, wait, they didn't hear that, did they?
No.
Good. Gotta keep that gas lit.
All right, mic's hot.
People of Earth!
Wait, is that Mr. Satan?
Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Of course.
I swear to God, I'd let that planet burn if it wasn't where I kept all my stuff.
What about your wife and kids?
I said
My stuff, yep.
Hey, problem. It's still not enough. Hey, you should probably, you know.
Oh, all right. But only one hand.
Holy shit!
Quit smoking for good with help from the Nicorette range. Available for a great price every day at Chemist Warehouse.
Do you agree? I don't care about whether the ad is relevant to me. Okay. And I guess that's the end of the Buu. Like, wow, the whole thing is just an epilogue. That's a... Oh, no, there's another... I think that's another... There's 2 scenes there. But that's okay. That's... Yeah, like, once again, that is essentially how it goes. Essentially in canon. There's not as many, like, throwbacks. And I guess, yeah, having Mr. Popo, like, oh, yes, me, the immortal... Overlord being Lord Popo, it's my energy that matters this time, so like it's fair enough. It's a fair enough. I could imagine if this was actually a bridge, you know, they would do like throwbacks after throwbacks after callbacks after callbacks. So it would, in that situation, having Popo be like the final thing would have been really cool. But you know, this is fine too. So I guess I saw some. I heard this one was like They so it's like they do the epilogue and then it's just like talking about Dragon Ball Super because obviously that happens in between this short and that short. So they're probably gonna be bashing on it too, but
Oh my, it's been so long. 10 years, right?
What are you talking about? I saw you barely over a year ago because of that Black Frieza nonsense.
Oh, right. Remember when I was black? That was weird.
I dyed my hair for a bit.
And I stopped looking exactly like my dad.
Was that before or after we met Broly?
Which one?
The good one.
Oh, after.
Huh, whatever happened to Beerus?
I think he's napping again.
And then there was Jiren. Remember Jiren?
So did you guys ever beat Frieza?
Probably. Take Pan to our first world tournament before GT ruins her.
But basically, yeah, okay. I do remember that somebody said that they had a Jiren gag. I think Jiren was good. I think he was thematically appropriate. I think people who call him boring are overreacting just a little, but whatever. I mean, I was thinking about this today of like, you know, what history is going to remember Super by. That being said, they have a surprising amount of confidence that the Black Frieza thing is going to actually lead to somewhere. I guess the manga has to do something. It's not like it's gonna end, but like, I have absolutely no goddamn clue why they even did the Black Frieza thing there. Especially when they knew that, like, after that they were gonna go straight to a movie recap that was gonna take a year. So, I, it's a weird thing. I guess they have more faith that it's going to mean something than I do. But yeah, it is a weird situation because, like, Super kind of happened, and we don't really talk about it, and because it happened, but like, it doesn't really affect what happens here. So just don't think about it too much. I I I I kind of wish they did more with the joke about like, man, remember when I was black? But like, the dub already did the joke. You can't do better than that. So I guess this is the last one, or no? There's another one after that.
Here because your family's poor and you need the money? Yes, I spent all our remaining money on a plane ticket here. Please let me win, or we are literally going to die.
I wonder who did this.
I need to abandon my life at home and spend the next couple of years training you how to punch well good. My mother has not eaten in days. Bulma?
Already on it. They will never know hardship again.
Man, I'm glad all the people with money use it for good. Gohan, Chi-Chi, I know this is probably tough to hear, but...
Oh no, it's cool.
Have fun.
Really?
Of course, we've had you home for a decade now.
If anything, a little much.
Well, you heard him. Come on, Boo. Boob. Boob.
Yeah. Sorry. I was like, the fact that it literally jumps into Dan Dan Kokoro, and then why did they end it like that? Is that still part of the same short? No, it's not. Okay, I almost wish they'd stayed on that just for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's the end, and then next chronologically is GT. But before we actually get to that, let's just quickly abruptly stop that because we don't really want to do GT question mark. So what do they do now? What's the last segment? Is it just like deleted alternate scenes? Okay, that's cool.
Okay, how about we get a little spicier?
Why is the footage? Wait. Is the footage different because they cleaned up the footage for this, and that's why everything looks? No, because thank you, Bru. I don't know. I can't remember how they did it, but I think like they cleaned up the footage a bit, and then this is the uncleaned version of it, which is the kind of stuff that Kaiser would normally use. But it zoomed in a lot, so that's weird.
I'm sorry. What does that M stand for again?
Mine. Yes, this is it. The fight I've been waiting for all these years. Exactly what I expect from you, Kakarot.
Daddy Shark.
Yeah, basically.
This is farewell. Bulma, Trunks, and even you, best buddy. Nope, still hate it.
No! Vegeta!
Wait, I'm surprised that it's showing the whole scene. Isn't this the same as?
And so,
oh,
the narrator came back to tell you that Vegeta fucking died.
Yeah, that would have been very cool if they brought back the narrator. Is that also like the deep cut of like, because they give like Vegeta a whole epitaph in one of the manga chapters covers, which it's like when the narrator suddenly shows up to show everybody that Vegeta starts crying because he knows fear for the first time when he's fighting Frieza, and it's so random and out of place if you really think about it. That would be a cool joke. Obviously, they don't do that, but
Speaking of, have you met Mr. Popo?
Hi.
Oh my god, are you allowed?
Oh, I like this one.
Oh my god, just steal all my men, why don't you?
The faces of those you failed to save. God, I can
Why
feel
didn't?
what he sees. I can
Why?
feel what he feels.
Why don't you?
What's going on? Was I an egg? Where am I?
Oh my god, where am I? Am I inside Majin Buu? Oh, this is so weird. Oh, hey, Gohan! How's it hanging, girl?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh wow, he is choking the shit out of you. Goddamn. You know who I bet can help us right now? The Great Saiyan Man! Oh, I'm sorry, it's a terrible joke. Oh, don't worry though, Boo. He knows I love him. Gohan, you know I...
Oh, here we go. Okay. All right, Moscow X. Yep. Ryan Palmer. Interesting. Don't know who that is. Katie Johnson. Don't know who that is either. But you know what? That's fine, I guess. Simon Robertson. Interesting. I don't know who that is either. But everyone else is Tom Stalk. Gianni Montegrano, Justice Washington, Elsie Love. Wow, there's so many people I've never met before, but obviously they're friends, I guess. Ah, yeah, Grant as fuck this guy. Great. Yeah, okay, yeah. So voice directors, interesting. So okay, yeah, color correction. So yeah, so AJ and once, well, I actually don't know how you pronounce his name. Okay, because I knew. All right, so AJ did color correction and Bwanson, because I know they did that. Yeah, because they did that for Mark's video, because AJ is like part of Mark's team. I guess Bwanson's also, and like they're all in the same, like they're all in AJ's Discord server, so like I know them, at least like of them. And then Trev is also in a Discord server, and Seven Crows like obviously did stuff, and obviously iTunes did the music, all of it, all of them. Dick, Mac McFadden, tell you not blah 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 blah. Sorry, I should actually read this. I don't know who was Mark. Oh, Mark Fitzpatrick. I guess is totally not Mark. So wait, he is Mark? Then why is that his username? I don't watch his videos. Thanks for providing us an opportunity to take one more swing at the series we love and for helping it look great. Thank you everyone in our audience who enjoyed these bits and for sticking with us for 15 whole years. We hope we can continue to entertain you for many more years to come. Alright, I guess that's it. Ah, that's not, yeah, okay. That's all off. That's just, yeah. It is definitely a situation where I really do wish that they like it doesn't exactly explain why you can't abridge the Buu saga, or if anything it shows that you totally can still abridge the Buu saga. There's a lot of jokes. Maybe in a way it's like it's better suited for like a situation where it is just like just more gags, just more random jokes in just like these like out of context jokes that they would put in, but not necessarily something that makes a whole continuous series, because there are parts that like they can't really joke about, or they wouldn't be able to find good jokes. I don't know. Like I obviously everybody sounds so entitled and selfish when they say, "Oh, I want them to do the Boo Saga." But if anything, all this did is show me that the Boo Saga is something you can do, you can abridge. It would be really great. So, I guess it is just that's just the way things go, and I guess that's just sort of it. But it's gonna be. At least we know that they are not allergic to doing anything like this, and I'm sure based on the reaction to this, things might they might it might change on things they might choose to do and choose to not do, and who knows. But either way, that's the DBZA Buu Saga essentially. It's very nice. I think I enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot. It's nice to know, even though it's been so many years, I think Team 4 Star still. I think the jokes are still actually very good. Like, I thought, like, oh, is it going to be a situation where we've all kind of aged a bit and, like, now things aren't going to be as funny? And maybe it's not as funny, but I definitely still enjoy all the stupid deep cuts, all the stupid references, because it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So I'm very honestly, I am glad they did it, and it's nice that Mark managed to make this idea happen. And maybe the other guys helped with the make. I don't know. Maybe hopefully they made the footage a bit easier to work with as well. I guess after this, now that I've done this, I can definitely look at all the behind the scenes of whatever this is and understand the context a bit more, and maybe look at the TFS reactions. I was thinking about doing a reaction to the TFS reactions, but then that seems like, reacception kind of thing. At the very least, that wouldn't be on YouTube. I'd probably just do that on Twitch just because I feel like it. So, this is, yeah, no, this is, it's a nice piece of almost nostalgia, but also just, things, not everything is, even though things have changed, some things that are good are still good. And I still think Team 4 Star are great, and I hope that I wish them all the best in all of the endeavors that they choose to do. Even if I don't necessarily always watch all of them, or I hold off on watching them until like 2 years later where I can make a whole compilation about it. But, I hope that they're all doing well, and I really enjoyed this, so I'm glad. So, I don't know what I'll do next, but, if there's anything interesting, it'll be here. Okay, I stopped the recording as well, just so I don't have to worry about, like, I don't know, spending 5 gazillion years and maybe to, like, take up my entire hard drive space. So now I'm gonna go back, actually, you know what, let me maximize the chat, and so that way, I can sort of see some of the comments that you guys have been leaving this whole time. Like, I know I could have, looked at these while in the middle of all of the different while I was in the middle of everything, but I thought it would just be a bit too, a bit too, what's the word? I don't know. Either people spoil it or it would just get a bit like, pacing would be off, right? So, let's see how, so what, let's see all of the stuff that you guys have been saying. Yeah, man got, yeah, talking about Lanny at the beginning, man got swole. He's ripped comedy Jesus now. Kyle Hill, it's not, it looks like him. Good old Lanny. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a lot of work, and that's, yeah, if that's good, if he's enjoying that, if he's glad about that, that's good. He obviously he's done a lot, he's obviously got some gains, right? So nostalgic, see the parody wording. See, exactly. Like, somebody here says, somebody goes, first time chatter to go and say ARDBZ is better than DBZA. Like, I mean, if you want to say that, I guess you can say that, but, like, I mean, why would you? That's, also, I don't even really remember what ARDBZ, I mean, no, it's different kind of humor as well, and it's also very, like, it's like, what do you call it? Not, as in, it's not black humor, but it is, like, very much African American people sort of, their sort of like that kind of style of humor, and it's not really my thing, So, oh, okay. So saying that, like, maybe the weird aspect ratio is to mess with the copyright bots, and that would also make sense. And no, so you're saying Gohan? Yeah, it wasn't because Gohan's voiced by the guy that got to play Deku, because it's not Justin Briner, as we can see, it's somebody else. So yeah. L's in the chat for American School. I love Sharpener now. He's our favorite character and we love him. He's great, yeah. I mean, like I said, it just feels like Kai's just doing about wanting to do a gay parody character, but like gay parody characters are fun because they just tell it like it is, It's fun. I wonder how Superman is, yeah, Sour Man. Superman. Now that would be a great joke they should have put in there, please. I hope so. Yeah, we got the crumbs of the season 4 we never got, basically. Yeah. Yeah, Risu's like, you said your reactions weren't going to be as fun as the old ones, but your DBZA phase revived right away, just like mine. It's true. I was thinking I'd be like, oh, I'm going to be so cynical and stuff around this time, but like, no, it's still fun. Like, there's nothing bad here, There's nothing bad here. The worst is it's just like a silly sex joke, like the thing with the Videl thing. But like, besides that, it's all pretty, like, I'm not going. I guess I'm not just going absolutely fucking insane like I did in end of season 3. But the end of season 3 is because it's my favorite part of the series as well. Buu Saga doesn't have my favorite parts in this series. You write Dragon Ball fan fiction? I did in like 2014. Maybe I think I got some in 2015. It's bad. I switched between like my first one. I switched between sub and dub terms like halfway through, and I can't read anything with dub terms anymore. So it's bad. Anyway, and it's it's basically half of it's just like Gohan. It's not even Gohan X Videl because I can't write romance. It's just okay, Trunks pull it up. Okay, that's what they said. Of course, it's another sex joke. Oh yeah, then we were also talking about the Fidel versus Popovich thing. Yeah, brutality, torture porn. Um, Gohan, for God's sake, your future girlfriend slash wife slash baby mom's out there getting her butt kicked. Go help her. And then it was like, I feel like if they got distracted by Shin's exposition dumping instead of watching Fidel's fight, that could have worked. Yeah, maybe. That would be interesting. Okay, they didn't do anything about the Otherworld tournament. No, but Pokemon has not been even acknowledged yet. Gods are racist too. Kibito and Tamasi were in the same Facebook groups. So, okay, that was almost like a call forward now to this thing. Two-Face is kind of doing what the Hiffle bits. Hated the animation of that episode, but I liked how spontaneous Vegeta turning Super Saiyan was. Oh yeah, right. I mean, it was I don't know if it was an Ebisawa or an Uchiyama episode, but it's like, in those episodes, they always look like that. So, yeah. Oh yeah, the auto mod got Roselia about the it is a little gay dude. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't even realize that you could gay is apparently you can't the auto mod got rid of it, but at least I know that it works. Dabura's siblings are more powerful than him. He's just not a big deal. I mean, there was yeah, well, like I said, they're barely canon, right? Weird tones spruced up. Dabura's supposed to be formidable. Part of the joke of Dabura is Barbady's enslaved the literal devil, and he's barely a threat to the Saiyans and gets turned into a cookie by Buu. There's not non-canon stuff. All of these powerful devils related to him misses the point. You know what? That's a good point. That is actually a good point. Like the bit is that that's the devil, and we don't really give a crap. But I mean, also we did that joke. It would make sense actually because we did that joke with Akuman, with Devilman, which I think is now I'm thinking about is also like a joke about Devilman, the 1970s manga series, but where he's like, look, it's a mummy, it's a devil, it's here's all these horrible creatures, and Goku just like one shots them, right? The Invisible Man was afraid they were gonna keep the crush you and throw you into the wind dub line. Honestly, yeah, they would. They do sometimes, put in dub lines, but I guess they don't really think it's that bad, that line. I mean, like I guess they prefer the actual lines. At least they don't have an emotional connection to that line. It's not like bad, but it also doesn't really do anything. The other weird thing I found is no one on the bad guys considering trying to enslave Piccolo, given who he was in his past life and all. I guess Vegeta's stronger. There's definitely fan fiction out there of like what if Majin Piccolo. It's definitely a thing, but I don't really know how much people do it. But there's two other lives of Piccolo. Would have been weird, maybe. That's also true. Legend Razgriz was also here. Blaze Shadow Knight were also here. Very nice. Incel Dente. Yes, kind of. But by YouTube. Okay, Demon Cole also left. I'm black and I don't find Mr. Pobo that offensive to me. He's whatever. The thing is, Pobo isn't even meant to be black. He's supposed to be a djinn, which are monsters that are depicted as entirely dark. Okay. Now, see, the thing about this thing is, though, like, it's based because, like, it is based on a blackface character. Because they had these children's stories of characters with blackface. And it really caught off in Japan. And it got quite popular. And even when people in Japan were like, this is blackface, it's offensive stereotype, some people didn't really care. And Toriyama, I think, was also one of those people who didn't really care. So he's alright with using the visual parts of it, even though not realizing it comes from a racist caricature, but not really understanding or really care. The Legends arts and the thumbnails. Oh, I didn't realize some of the arts came from Dragon Ball Legends stuff. That's cool. Yeah. Best episode, littlest amount of character progression. I really want to go say plus ultra right there. Yep. Hot take, I kind of prefer the Sumitomo music for the SS3 transformation. Interesting. I have not heard that. Interesting. I think, yeah, I think, yeah, Zero Mortis is a possibility, lol. I'm here. Everyone's like, I'm him is a goaded line. It's hilarious. It's a pretty good one. I'm pretty sure that Gotenks was clips from being in the room of Spirit and Time, but they photoshopped it away. Oh, definitely. They definitely take footage from other parts of the series and move it in because, makes sense. Yeah, but the Gotenks stuff, a lot of the jokes and stuff they really did. I feel like they could have done a parody bit between Fat and Skinny Boo. They could have. Yes, will he say it? Oh, yeah. 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 Sorry, I can't do it. It's not his name because it's not his name. I like Vegito as a spelling. Oh, they got okay. So that was earlier than they had Grant to do the fuck this guy. Jiren is a character. Time won't remember Jiren at all. I barely do. Jiren wasn't that bad, just cliche at all. Yeah. The credits mentioned AJ clearing it up. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged had a gag where the DBZA narrator shows up and says he's out of work. Oh yeah, that's true. But it would be very funny if they brought it back at the very end. To the bitter end, he's still being bitchy at Gohan. So I think part of the reason why they can't do Buu Saga is the production values and effort went so high during the Cell Saga. It would be too much work for it. It's essentially a passion project. That's true. I mean, they because even though there are ads on this, I don't know if they could really actually monetize a lot of it. So it's not really they can't spend that much on this something that they can't get money. They can't really monetize properly. And saying, yeah, I know how it feels to drop a project that you start for fun when it starts feeling like extremely hard work. Also that. But yeah, these definitely feel like what a modern abridged video would be like. It's true because I remember back when we did there was in the Gohan versus Cell and instead of 16 kind of comforting Gohan being like, I know how it feels to be a pacifist, but sometimes you need to let it go. He's kind of more admonishing him for being a pacifist, and I was like, I wonder if this has got something to do with things in the political landscape, because it was like 2016 or something, and it was like at the beginning of Trump stuff, and so we kind of thought about that. It might have been because of that, but then Kaiser's like, no, it's not like an actual political message. It's just we thought it would be an interesting idea to do. So, yeah. It would be cool if TFS did Dragon Ball GT bits and Dragon Ball Super bits in the future. I swear they did Super bits at some point, but I can't remember why or how. Maybe I'm just going crazy and they didn't, but it would be very interesting. I do think, yeah. Basically, they have jokes. They have good jokes, and also jokes that, it's they have jokes that are they still actually relate to the fandom, but I don't actually feel like they're alienating anymore. Sometimes I was like, oh, are my opinions on Dragon Ball now getting so niche that it's normal random stuff that can't do that? What's the that normal classic fandom jokes I think aren't funny anymore, but it's not. No, it's actually not even the case. Their jokes are still classic fandom jokes, but they're justified. I think they I think they're justified jokes. I think it makes sense for why they would be there. So it's and I think even if they did stuff like Dragon Ball GT and Super stuff, every time you're just watching something and you make ad libs, that's basically Dragon Ball Z abridged, Maybe the true Dragon Ball Z abridged was the friends we made along the way, but also, I think it's not hard to do bits like this for other parts of the series, whether they want to or not. I think one of the TFS guys posted super parody stuff on Twitter, or they made it for Facebook, and then they posted on YouTube. I can't remember. Yeah, okay. So you guys, I'm not really, I can't remember exactly either, but I guess I'm not going crazy when I'm thinking that I remembered that. But it was something that wasn't on YouTube, so. Also, while I'm here, let me also just check my stream alerts because what did I get? I got how many? I've got Legend Razgriz followed me. Thank you. Shiro the Blade followed. Scatter Reb followed me. Catafront followed me. PGKD followed me. And another one that kind of looks like a porn thing, but I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say that one. How many people they got? Okay, I've got 9 viewers at the moment. I wasn't really checking the viewers because I was too busy reacting. I don't have multiple monitors here at the moment, so it's a one man stream, a one whatever person thing. But I should have followed you ages ago. I just didn't use Twitch for the longest time. I mean, it's fair enough. Listen, and I mean, I'm telling you this as me, person, internet person, who also doesn't care about people who like giving me lots of attention because it feels inauthentic. Like, it's alright if you don't follow me immediately or you don't watch my things immediately. If anything, I find it creepier when people are here and like are always here to tune into my stuff like the second I start. Because I'm always just like, don't you guys have other lives and stuff? Like, don't you guys have things to do? Um, like you don't have to religiously follow everything I do immediately. And if you don't like if you don't interact with something I do, I think that's fine. I think that shows that you're a human being who doesn't, drop everything to have your parasocial relationship with a content creator. You're saying, I think I've been following you as a content creator since 2013, 2014. I don't think that's possible because I didn't start YouTube until 2015. So I don't think that's actually possible, but maybe it was 2015. That could make sense. This was fun, Gabby. I missed you talking about random Dragon Ball things. Yeah, I mean, it's true. Like, it's fun every time I come back to content creation. I guess you could say it's like the audience hasn't always changed, and I like sometimes I think I've changed, but I in some ways I haven't. The only thing I think that's really changed is that I'm not really doing these things for attention, and I don't care about getting attention or getting the most attention. I am like really just here because I just want to share these things. And I don't care about, I'm not doing these things out of spite anymore either. I'm not like saying, I see what other people are doing and I think what they're doing is garbage and I'm way better as a fan at doing this and I'm gonna like show them up. I don't care about that stuff really as much anymore. I think people can do what they do. And I'm not really doing these things as responses to anybody anymore. I'm just doing this because I wanted to watch the Buu Bits, and I know people would love to see my reactions to DBZA, so of course I'm going to do it while also talking to you guys at the same time. I also think I struck a good balance. I think I had some good commentary because I've been I've watched Jack's films for years and years, and like back from when I was like 13, 14, I think I like first followed him on YouTube in like the mid 2000s. And so right now he's doing this thing where he's kind of going on against this like reactor called SS Sniper Wolf, who just reacts to like viral TikToks, like viral TikTok compilations. Because if there's anything that's worse than like reacting to like that is something you react to is just the most brain dead content ever. And apparently she has lots and lots of views and lots of subscriptions, and like YouTube has promoted her in some places, and Jack's films didn't like it because like the content is just so vapid. At some points she just barely reacts to things. She just says like, oh damn, that was crazy, and then you go to the next one, right? So like it's fun because I mean I know I don't fall into that trap but at the same time, like that's why Dragon Ball Z Abridged, for example, is something where I'm fine with reacting to because I'm just too much of a fucking crazy fan. So I always know these random little tidbits and shit, and it's really fun to do that because like I'm thinking about random bits of trivia that I didn't even really think about because the series is a lot bigger than just random talking points about like the newest manga chapter or whatever. Oh yeah, Sniper Wolf is still around or something other than elude my Google searches for the Metal Gear character too. Yeah, I heard that, she did a lot of like FPS stuff back in the day, and it was back in the day where it was like, oh, I'm a real girl gamer, or like other girl gamers are doing like fake content and they don't actually play FPSs, but I actually play FPSs or something. But like she's just she at some point, I guess at some point, pivoted to reaction videos and that worked. But apparently also her fan base is a lot of children as well, which is just fucking terrifies me really. Just not because like, oh, people are bad role models or anything, but it's just more like a it's more than just, people gain the system. The fact that people have been gaming the system because they know that children have specific attention spans and specific things they like, and now they're just like making money out of it. Because I have a nephew who is like 3 years old now. He's like, yeah, 3, and another one who is like about 18 months, and his parents, don't really watch, they don't really use specific, like, they don't really give him like television. They often just have like the screens, the iPads, and the YouTubes and stuff. And it's really messed up because, it has definitely taught me that, children's attention spans are very different. First of all, they don't really care about, narratives and stuff. They just care about things that look interesting. And they will be all right with watching the same videos several times in a row, and they don't really care about getting bored about that. Their attention spans are wired differently, and the fact that people basically abuse that by, you know, just finding things like intellectual properties and stuff. If you guys ever heard about like the Spider-Man and Elsa stuff, like there's that and there's dime a dozen everywhere on YouTube, and it's like it's a kind of a fucking terrifying Ouroboros rabbit hole of things. A lot of it made by parents with children who I don't think English is their first language, or at the very least, the parents' English isn't their first language, because the kids all have accents and the parents all have accents. And I'm not trying to say this to be xenophobic. It's just that just seems to be a lot of the people who are doing these things where like the children do little skits and they do the same editing, and it's terrifying. Kids YouTube is the most existential, terrifying thing I've ever seen. And that's like getting to all the animations and the nursery rhyme songs I've learned so much about technology, and it just scares me. Like at least cable TV has some kinds of standards. Super wild when it's just the internet that has next to no regulation. It's next level dystopian. Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah, like, and I mean also that's also the case with like advertisements as well. Like cable TV has standards. Like, when you're gonna get advertisements on television, they're not gonna be weird shit. It's not gonna be clickbait. It's not gonna be stuff that's meant to gross you out, or like pictures of like like I see those even as the YouTube banner ads. Some of those are like, oh, get rich quick scams and like horrible gross out images. They're just like there, and I'm just like, this is practically a trigger warning. Like it's just all there with no regulation, and it's so it really it's really messed up, I think, sometimes. So it's yeah. The YouTube Kids just means my Kamen Rider clips end up not being played through being minimized. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Like, so, I hope so. Next time he's there, I want to make sure he's always using the YouTube Kids app, because that doesn't have autoplay, and it doesn't have like banner ads that look just like pictures of videos. So he clicks on that because he thinks that's a thumbnail for another video, and it opens up to another website. And I'm like, that could totally just be a malware site. Like, you have no idea. So YouTube Kids luckily doesn't let you do that, which is good. So it's yeah. And yeah, especially over when you realize stuff is automated or practically or 100% machine made at that point. Yeah, now that is like, God, hellscape dystopia stuff. It's insane how much that stuff is like just an Ouroboros of algorithm where it's just eating itself, and it's, oh God, like yeah. Anyway, that is a so that's what happens when I'm hanging out with my nephew. Also, I have last time he came here, he was taking. I let him play with my Dragon Ball figures as well. So like the like what do you call it? The like you know, the like Banpresto like $30 ones, not the obviously the really expensive ones. So, you know, and he likes enjoying playing with those and taking their heads off and putting them back on again, and you know, so it's you know, kids are cute, but you know, it's people making money out of kids is not cute. Anyway, what were we talking about? I don't even like we just how do we get onto that topic? Not sure, but speaking of Kamen Rider, I'm gonna go post opinions on the newest show. I've only watched 2 episodes and get into a huge fight. Oh yeah, did you have you seen that little Karibo is gotten into Kamen Rider now? He's been posting on Twitter all about it, and it's really fun to see because he like saw it and he's like, where I have needed this all my life. And why is it taking me so long to know that this existed? It's so cool. It's like that sort of just genuine, unbridled enthusiasm for something new is like it's so nice. Yeah. Okay, people have seen that. Yeah, I had the same experience with a friend in Lamau. Yeah, I mean to be fair, that was probably me when I got into Pretty Cure as well, and I was like, ah, I'm legit curious about Kamen Rider. Give me a Kamen Rider to start from. I mean, I am also curious as well. I definitely do want to watch a series at some point, but I have to be bothered to like figure out what place it's streaming and stuff. Agito, you know, I've heard Agito, I've heard like Ryuki, I've heard like um uh Kuga. There's a lot of them what I've heard that are good. So I have essay written about how Agito is the ideal starting point. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like there's a lot of things I need to, you know. It's a big rabbit hole, and I know it would be a lot of fun. But Ryuko is not really great to start. Okay, neither is Kuga. I mean, listen, I just think Ryuki's interesting because it's a battle royale thing, and like I think that's like that's always a fun. I mean, I heard that I think Jeets is also like that battle royale sort of format, but you know, I just think it's like, you know, I'm really into Danganronpa and like, you know, the visual novels of all the, you know, death game visual novels. Like I know my tropes when it comes to like, you know, characters all go fucking. I'm into Fate as well, so you know, I know my tropes into the characters are all have to go and fight until one person is remaining, and then the person who wins gets their wish granted or whatever the fuck. You know, I know my tropes and that kind of thing, and that's always very fun. So, but okay, I will keep Agito in mind though. Yeah, no, that was yeah. Ryuko's really hard on the PvP thing, which is in the case of most of the other shows, where the riders is usually on the same side. That's true. I mean, it's very interesting to hear about rider stuff. I think the interesting thing to me is that like they have basically never ever really done like a Kamen Rider focusing on the main character since for like years and years and years. Like there's always like a secondary rider or a sub rider or like 5 gazillion Kamen Riders who always show up like by like the next few episodes, which is so interesting to me because like, you know, original Kamen Rider I think, you know, kind of sort of started off as a, you know, story about one guy who is a Kamen Rider and has to fight bad guys, but like modern Kamen Rider sounds like it's more like Super Sentai. So it's interesting. It is very interesting. Yeah, funny thing about Ryuki was such a deconstruction of Kamen Rider. It inspired one guy to make his. Oh, did Ryuki? Okay, because I know Genu Rabuchi obviously made Madoka, and then he did Kamen Rider Gaim, and people sort of say that Kamen Rider Gaim is kind of like Generabuchi's Kamen Rider Ryuki. It's interesting how that all happens. Also, Generabuchi wrote Fate Zero, which is also a magical battle royale story where everything is dark and you know good guys don't get rewarded and all that kind of stuff. But I've recently found out that Generabuchi's Fate Zero is slightly different to the Fate Zero that is in like the original Fate Rider's head. He has a slightly different version of events of how Fate Zero goes, and actually Generabuchi's Fate Zero is like an alternate universe, so things aren't exactly the same and things might be contradicted. And I recently found that out and I'm just like, fucking Fate, it's always like this. And it's always like this for no reason other than just they keep changing their minds and they love their characters too much because they're just fucking otaku, and so they would rather bend time and space than have things be consistent. Uh, Fate's fun though. It's but yeah, no, it's this is fun about being. That's the fun thing about being a weeb. Everything's kind of connected because, like, you know, the writers and the authors and the illustrator, the artists are all people who've obviously watched other stuff before, and so it's kind of obvious, oftentimes obvious inspiration. And obviously that can be in a bad way, where it's like like maybe all the isekai crap that comes out every anime season. But sometimes it's there are tropes and there are formulas and there are uh genres that I'm alright with being remixed a million times. Like, at least it's not the slave shit, right? The slave shit is like, oh my god, guys. There's only 10 Japanese people that exist in the whole world, and they just overlap in all the games, anime, and manga. I mean, look, like, okay, like, that's honestly, well, no, like, yeah, like, my rabbit hole into Fate was hilarious because it went from, like, Danganronpa to Zero Escape to 428 Shibuya Scramble, and then in 428 Shibuya Scramble, there is a bonus scenario at the end written by Konasu and illustrated by Takashi Takeuchi, the Fate guys, basically. Where it is basically 428 Shibuya Scramble, but written like Fate. And then a few years later, I decided, well, I'll get into Fate because even though I thought that, even though I thought the story dragged on a little bit, I mean, I like the idea of the magic battle royale, so I wanted to do it. Shibuya, 428 Shibuya Scramble was great. I tried to stream a little bit of it, but my computer couldn't handle it. But it's just it is just like tonally, it's just perfect. It's just this like this mix between goofy crime thriller and genuine heartfelt crime thriller and um that's so elaborate, Mo. I only got into Blue Archive because I thought one of the girls in that was cute. I mean, that happens with a lot of gacha. I mean, there are definitely people who got into Fate because of Astolfo. I know that. I know that is the case. I don't know about any of the other waifus. Well, I mean, Astolfo is not a waifu. Astolfo is a femboy. So that. But I mean, I don't even really know many of the characters were like, oh, I like this waifu, so I'm gonna, get into the series they're in. Like maybe like, oh, I guess it was like Rin. But yeah, more AI Somnium file stuff. Maybe soon, but I like Melted only because she's voiced by my Oshi. Oh, Sari Hayami's in a lot of stuff. Sari Hayami's at least like 3 waifus in FGO, like who are different characters. Like they aren't even related to each other. She's like at least like 3 waifus. But also Sari Hayami is in Precure. And she was a character who like in the first half of the series was like a baby. So that's really funny. Mahot Sky Precure is hilarious because, like, I mean, there's only 3 Precure compared to some of the others that have like 4 or 5. But the Seiyu are Rie Takahashi, Yui Horii, and Sari Hayami, which like nowadays is like the biggest bank busting. Like, you need to pay a lot of rights to get all of them on screen, and it's pretty that's pretty crazy. I mean, Heartcatch is obviously also crazy because it's got Nana Mizuki in it, and obviously Nana Mizuki is Nana Mizuki, but yeah. Like generally Precure doesn't have as many Seiyu facts because I feel like especially nowadays they get a lot more people who I've never really heard of before, but that's fine. That's not an issue, that's not a problem. Anyway, I should probably have lunch at some point and have some water and whatever. I mean, it's been fun chatting, but like I should also, do some stuff, and also should definitely get back to work. So, the usual. I just wanted to do this because I wanted to do this because I mean, Boo Bits, and also the longer it takes me to do a reaction to something like this, the more likely it is that I'm gonna get I'm gonna get spoiled for all of the jokes. So yeah. I hope you're gonna have a nice dinner. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Damon Core. And yeah, this was really fun. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it's it's fun to just basically chat and after the reaction and whatever. So it's fun, and I hope everybody had a good time. And I will see how well that thing saved, and hopefully that thing saves all well properly, and then I can hopefully edit it and maybe get my reaction onto YouTube. Until then, obviously I've got the VOD, so we can obviously do that. And yeah, that's basically it. Late Shadow Night. It was a nice stream. Have a nice lunch. Thank you. Thanks everybody, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Nice stream.